Some more loading. It's a good start. And voila. Now, all is posted. Now I just need to wait for the rest to load. Shouldn't take that long. I do love it when I have to reschedule everything. That drop of head, but yeah, it's not going to stop me now, is it? That's indeed not going to stop me. Of course, if it fails to load, that indeed would kind of stop me, but man, I do not think about the evils of that particular non-change. At least not now. She seems to be working at a rather refreshing state compared to yesterday. That's good. I'll take it. Okay, one is loaded. The other one, me, is loaded too. Very, very good. Then we can change things around like this, and then we can play some Pillars of Eternity. Finally. Well, to be fair, it was supposed to be yesterday, but alas, at this point in time, honestly, things have become rather unpredictable anyway, so I will just try my best to recuperate from many unforeseeable circumstances like this one's. Now, where's my coffee? Better. Now then. Hello there. Welcome indeed to this little nonsense. As you might remember from last time, we did a lot of things, actually. In particular, we did a lot of side questing. A lot of it. So most of the islands have been kinda, scoured for quest activity. We've taken care of it. We've taken care of it all, as far as we could. And, well, we also got a bit of an invitation to, Crooksbury Island, which I will mispronounce a few hundred times more, presumably. It is an island full of slavers, and my throat, of course, decides now is a good time to die. We basically have two options on this particular island. We have been asked once by Durante, I think, to help them stay around, which of course doesn't sound all that promising. I think it's an island full of poking slavers, and I'm not a fan. On the other side of the argument, we have also been asked by the one of the other Omoa chieftains on one of those islands to take care of them, and we have been asked by a dear little elf pirate bitch, basically, to also do something about it. Kind of feeling inclined to do that. But let's see how this works out first and foremost.
You there? Psst, love some. Chance a gander this way.
Yeah, what's up? A rider with sunburnished skin and straw-like hair, loosely pinned into a tumbling rat's nest, waves both hands eagerly in your line of sight. She cracks you a knowing smile and rocks back on her heels, waiting a heartbeat before she speaks. This close, you can see how her nose and cheeks are dashed with freckles. She turns her head to the side. You get a good look at the puckered scar that goes from her right temple and down to the corner of her lip.
Thought that might catch your attention.
Aye.
Now then, you must call me Sayerfol. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, madam.
She trusts a closed hand out for a shake.
Have a look-see. You won't find a grander market for your labour needs than Crooksbury, nor finer illusion wares than mine.
What can you tell me about this
You mean
place?
aside from the bit about Crooksbury being the capital of slave commerce in the Deadfire?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn obvious at this point that that is a thing.
Buyers sell from far and wide to bid on the particular slaves here, which is why you find me now selling my particular wares.
Oh, you must make a fine profit off of gift trafficking.
Swabby, I don't make the laws. I simply work around them.
Well, is there a high demand for slave labor within the Death Fire?
Aye, and most profitable.
I
one.
kind of figured. Of course.
Most of the chattel is shipped in from elsewhere, from lands far from the Deadfire, but they're sold here. And here they'll stay.
What sort of particular slaves?
The kind you won't find elsewhere. Have a look-see inside, and I bet you'll savvy my meaning. Aye, as you wish. What'll it be, madam?
Let me take a look at your...
But do it real quiet like.
Yeah. Let's see what you're offering. So far, the usual stack.
Hello, lovesome.
Yes,
Please,
you have to
have
say.
a look-see. You won't find a grander market for your labour needs than a crookspur.
What I do is
Lockpicks, noisemakers, chisels and crowbars,
Okay.
maps, compasses, hardtack, spyglasses, potions of invisibility. You know, your typical basic expected survivalist gear.
You mean a thieving kit?
For the more courageous traveller. Now, if I were a wagering woman, I'd say Aldi sent you to help me outfit just such travellers. Aye?
I need. Hey God, this woman is pretty damn smart, isn't she?
During my station here, I've spied signs of illegal activity.
What sort of?
Slaves that oughtn't to be slaves.
Now that would be a problem. Well, even if the slave trade is technically speaking legal, there are just some people who should not be slaves now. Interesting.
Enslaving people of the Deadfire is illegal. It's the selling of slaves from elsewhere that isn't. If we could free the natives who've been detained before they're carted outside of the Deadfire, the illegal trade would be exposed, weakening the entire trade. Moreover, we'd ruin Ferrante's ploy with the slavers, whatever it may be.
Well, you think about
You'll
it.
find the natives, the illegal stock, deep within the fortress, kept from sight. There's routes to the inside, but most stand heavily guarded.
Pretty damn obvious. Even they should be well aware what would happen if those illegal slaves would be exposed. They're not idiots, I hope.
You may have better luck sneaking in through the sea caverns dotting the shore. One of them leads into the fortress. I've got a skiff ready for the slaves you send out. We'll make fast for Deadlight.
I see.
After that, who but Andra knows? Maybe I'll see you around Dunwich.
Okay.
Care to have a look?
Sure.
Right away.
Well, sounds good so far. We have a somewhat of a plan, I guess. Also, I really don't like the idea of having slavers, even if, you know, Ferrante has not necessarily been a complete asshole to me. Getting involved with slaves and slavery is probably one step too far. Just one tiny little step too far. Everything is considered stealing. That's not good. Oh yeah, that seems like a common fortress.
Approaching.
Well, yeah.
You are late. The auction is almost over.
Can you hurry and let me through?
If anyone is to hurry, it should be you. I grow tired of opening and closing the gate. Take care that I do not drop it as you walk beneath.
Well, that was easy enough. Got into the fortress.
We continue now, cliente. Phenoma. At last we reach the culmination of our lot today.
Stiff-baked woman gestures wildly with her arms. Gathering the crowd, they get closer. Excitement, stimmers and buzzing voices, and the low rattle of raffia and fins. Fats. Anticipation hangs in the air. Then with a flick of her prim wrist, she hastens the final slave to step forward. Is a strapping, ugly-faced Mistborn. Chains and the planks of the stage rattling with each other's heavy steps.
Feast your eyes on a fruit most rare. Verlico will open the bidding at 800 pies. 800 pies, 800 right here, and 850. Who'll give me 850, 875, I'm at 875.
Yeah, annoying. Joins the Rogers bidders who raises their numbered fans, never pausing in the detailling chart.
What a putrid thing.
Further cutting. The buyer's fan snaps up eagerly.
We've got 875 and now 900. Who will bid us 900?
A long, low growl rises from Seraphim, and his scared lip curls over his crooked teeth. Through fur bristles, his head shifts forward, one ear low, the other twitching.
Be feasting your eyes on these bare-polled, scurvy-wilted curs, throwing copper down for flesh. Don't suppose we'd be here to send their souls back to your pale-armored mistress.
You know, Seraphim, we are here to do precisely that. Just don't start any shit in the fucking courtyard, alright? Bit 900. Bit 2000. Hector engages in illegal trading practices. How do we know this man is native to the Deadfire? Hush falls upon the crowd. The auctioneer has ceased her chanting. She stares directly at you, silent for a single inhale of breath.
Caution, Amica. Those are grave accusations as well as false ones, to be assured.
I'm from the Deadfire. You cannot keep me.
Slave raises his bound hands, seizing upon the chance. Well, obviously.
Nonsense! Uter bella tonderia. Do tell us then, Posternago, from where do you hail? And I would advise you to be immensely specific.
Good point.
That is...
You say Pukakara? The perps over you
No, he did not. Every one of our stock is properly vetted and certified, healthy, mentally self-sufficient, and born and raised outside of the Deadfire. Our present listing hails from the Deerwood. Now, let us reconvene the auction.
Always nice when I get called on my fucking free time. Nothing about night, I can answer that later. Okay.
For the horns alone, I'd give you 900.
Now we're at 950. Do I see 950? And I do. And we're up to 975. Where's my 975? There it is. And who'll give me
I'm not going to
1,000?
buy a bloody freaking slave.
Right
Doesn't seem
here,
useful.
darling.
Possible the auctioneer's rambling chant increases in speed from a drumming excitement, and bounces with words as if riding a beat. The price is up to 1,000 pyres.
11,100.
11,100. Do we have two? Can I get a two?
Too steep for my blood.
I believe I'll mount those horns in the drawing room. What a fine statement they'd make.
Are you mad? They've medicinal value.
11,100. Going once? Going twice?
I mean, I do have like 20,000 lying around. Why not one too?
Lest you be calling coin on account of some bit of clever you ain't made clear, Cap. Words be coming twixt us out of this. Believe you me.
Shut up, I'm trying to do something good here. For fuck's sake, people. I swear to God. For once, I would like people to do, you know, work by themselves. And not just putting it on my shoulders. But you know, rule of three, if they try it a third time, it's probably, you know, for their sake. A message like, hey, the store's on fucking fire and we need your help.
And now with 11,200 to the bid with no number. How odd. It's a delightful mystery, Cliente. 11,200. Do I have to...
Intellectual mystery enter. Yes. Video eyes you with annoyance. Agitated, she taps her fan rapidly against her side, but ultimately refrains from...
11,200 pyres. Once, twice, sold to our mystery bidder.
Nice.
Gelarde, I do hope you possess the sufficient funds, for your sake as well as mine.
Don't worry, I'm rich, if nothing else.
Come here now. We will finalize the trade.
Good point.
Perfetto. Let us close this deal. You are a first-time buyer, Ak? For I do not recognize you as one of our usual patrons.
Are you sure you don't recognize
I
me?
could scarcely forget a face like yours, Aimora.
Good point.
Before the transfer is complete, you must speak with Master Kua. He awaits in his office in the fort.
Well, we now got ourselves a slave. Well, that should allow us to at least run around the fucking fortress. Still would probably be better off sneaking in from the lower levels, as was originally suggested. But you know, all in time. As I do have quite a few people. I do like to get an overview of what sort of forces we actually be, you know, having to deal with once we decide to kick loose the shitstorm that is about to happen here. So far, I mean, some mages, some ogres. Nothing I'm really too worried about. Ah, well, now that the telephone is silent, the kitty gets loud. That's great. Sometimes, yes, sometimes, you know. Sometimes, yes, sometimes. The world is against you. More ogres. More potentially mages. Yeah, kitty, shut up. I know, I know, I know. Like to get more attention, but please. Okay. Let's then go out and look for that secret entrance, which is probably there. Not very secret, mind you, but oh well. Yeah. Stealing, 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 stealing. Everything's considered stealing. Great. Now my assumption is that if we come from down there, we'll probably end up somewhere in the dungeons. And, well, they'll probably immediately be identified as a enemy. Surprisingly enough. People sneaking around in my dungeon that are not supposed to be in my dungeon are, well, enemies. I guess we could see it as a nice little experience in gaining more XP through good old-fashioned combat. Yes, yes. Quite something.
Yourself a look at that, mate.
Well, Seraphin, you have been useful, for once. Before you, a small cavern errors into the rocky terrain beneath the fortress. Rumbling stone base. The squat mouth of the cave sits within a wash of ocean water. Well, wade into the cave. You slosh into the water until the bottom abruptly drops out from beneath you, and a cold rush suffuses your skin. The water is greener in the back of the cavern, dark and deep. A wave crashes into the cavern behind you, and as it recedes, a hard undertow sucks you back toward the shoreline. Swim deeper to the cave. You push against the current, make a slow but steady headway. Swimming deeper into the cavern, you come to a set of tunnels, forward, left, and right. No tunnel leads to darkness. These are marked by a faint glimmering of light. Most tunnels are completely submerged. Swim into the darker tunnel. The tunnel's depths are so black you can't make out your hand in front of your own face, so you don't notice the dead end until your knuckles, then palms have slapped against it. There's now nowhere to go except down the tunnel's length. Well, several long feet of it. Your movements have rocked the water around you. And just above, you can make out the muted sound of waves lapping at the lip of the tunnel. Maybe a sliver of space of air. There might be nothing. Once from through the surface, your nose bumps the rocky ceiling of the tunnel when you try to surface. There's just enough space for you to gulp some air between your lips before an icy wave washes over your face. You stretch your arms to keep afloat. You realize your movements are making the water even choppier, soon closing up the space between the cave and the surface completely. Swim back to the fort. Swim to the darker tunnels. Yeah, swim to the brighter tunnel. Everyone's lungs freshly filled with air. You and your group press through the dark tunnel with ease. You emerge from the tunnel and break the surface. The water in a cavern deep beneath the fortress. Dum dum dum. Well, our sneaking infiltration has been successful. Very successful, I'd say. Well, dead people. Spiderweb threads stubbornly stick to your fingers. That's a good start. In we go. That's so far not really a problem. Not enough in the way of spiders to actually threaten me, I will say. Yeah. Pretty much what I figured at this point. Yep.
Sure.
These boots have been picked clean. Yeah, I'd assume these spiders were rather busy eating whatever they could get. Not that they would get that much, mind you, normally speaking. Question is, how are they actually have set this up? Iron gate blocks the passage before you. The gate is shut and locked tight. It was thick and evenly spaced. Reach through the bars to flip the lever. Crowd ability. Cast a corrosive spell on the metal. Elf carefully layers a spell over the door's hinges, with each word uttered aloud, building and weaving the magic, until the already rusted metal begins to sizzle and slowly melt. As you watch, the door's hinges corrode completely away, and the door falls to the ground with a bone-jarring clang. Might be a bit loud. Just a little bit, though. The question is, okay, let's actually make a save game here and see where this leads. I'm somewhat afraid. Yes, this leads to some place I don't want to be. Where it immediately gets obvious that we are not supposed to be there. Doop 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 doop. Beep. Come on. Show me what game. Oh. That actually allows me to leave the city behind. I'm not against that, mind you. Allows us a bit more fun in games, I suppose. Search the location, search the location. And then we have Agnel's Thicket and the, well, the Cockeriel Forest. Let's find out what the sort of nonsense is here. Okay, it's just a search location thing. I'm assuming the forest is a visitable location though. North of Cooksburg, the forest thickens. White-trunked trees tower above you, the leaves forming a ceiling against the sky. A symphony of insects provide constant accompaniment, chirping and buzzing. Your path leads you to a narrow gully, hills rising high to both sides. Rip, an arrow buries itself on the ground at your feet. You jump back and search wildly for the source. See nothing and no one. Whip, whip. Second arrow strikes the road beside the first, and the third comes one much closer to you than the others. Whoever watches the path above you clearly doesn't want you to come any closer. Try to locate the attackers. Keeping cover between you and your ambushes, you search the trees for any sign of Kith or Wilder. You spot movement along a side path, little more than a game trail. Flash of armor through the greenery. Oh, somebody failed. Continue up the path, but have only taken a few steps, and a hail of arrows rains down from the trees. You manage to dodge the volley, but Jyoti cries out. You spare a glance and see an arrow protruding from her side. You manage to hit my poor little lover in the side. You're gonna get murdered. A trio of Kith emerge from the tree line. Fierce companion animals follow them close at heel, their teeth bared. Yeah, you kinda, you know, just lost your privilege to life. Somewhat fiercely, actually, now that I think about it. We aren't going back. Yeah, I don't even know where you're gonna go back or not gonna go back. You're just gonna die. I do mean that rather, you know, direct. Now then, murder some people. Lord, what would we do if Shorty gets seriously wounded? Next time in the realm of a bot, I kinda need somebody to scissor with, so, you know, I don't really have an option. Than being a bit protective here. The rain works well so far. At least the companion animals are mostly done with. And that is once again an idiot. That's actually one part of the I really don't understand too well. It is clearly that Elf is a mage, as such he is not really, you know, well equipped for close quarters. That's putting it mildly. Don't really take in a genius to understand that he's not supposed to be standing next to the enemy. It's still because he has like 1 or 2 spells that are basically touch range. The game will do that all the bloody time. What can I say to that? Not much, I can tell you. Oh, so free healing. Some more healing, just in case something is waiting somewhere that I don't like. I don't know, combat seems to be over. Good.
What can I do you for?
Oh, it's kinda suspicious that there's gonna be an ambush, something waiting in the darkness that I don't like. I do like to be somewhat healed. Even at the end of the battle, you know. Just in case. The battle. Oh yeah, it doesn't really seem like there's much else apart from, you know, the city on Croxpur Island. And I really will have to try and remember that it's Croxpur Island. I will mispronounce it quite often, and I'm not. Yes, I will. Oh well, what can you do? There's a good opportunity to put this thing away. My berries. My blackberries. Shit. I'm getting thrown out of the cave again, of course. Yeah, wait in, swim deeper, swim into the brighter tunnel. I mean, we've already been here, so we do know the way. It's nothing new, really. Okay, so now we can go here after we corroded it. A gaping wound. That ain't really good, but technically speaking, as a priesty, she is kinda usually in the back line.
We could blow it up. Swapped and sparked.
I really should have taken somebody else than Zerifan, though. He takes everything here at absolute face value. Which is, you know, a bit annoying. Of course I'm not going to help the bloody slavers, mind you. I mean, that is a pretty damn obvious thing. Not really a fan. Let's just say. That whole slavery thing. Well, we didn't get far before we got into trouble. I'm just take a few good drags of the pipe so I can focus on what I'm doing. No then. Just a noble cut throw, no problem. Not really worth it to actually use all of my good spells, actually. Yep. Yep.
I don't be supposing we could swapped and sparked.
No, I don't suppose we could blow it up. That's gonna make a lot of noise, and I don't like that idea at all. Where are they hiding their dirty little secrets?
You there, stranger. Help us. We are not fit to be here.
Woman coated in dirt and flecking war paint, waves her arm between her grimy cells, bars. The weaponless engaged, wearing rags not fit for a pauper, she stands aggressively and has a muscular frame. It's obvious. She's a warrior.
Come closer. That's it. Just a step more, little bird.
Teeth bared in a snarl, the warrior lunges forward. Shoulder bangs loudly against the bars. Certainly hard enough to leave a bruise. Her hand gropes for your throat. Nails scrape at your skin. She's just short of being able to grasp onto you.
Highly above. Damn it. Wait!
Yeah, I'm not a fucking idiot. You are a fucking warrior build. You can quite literally probably strangle people with your bare hands. I'm not going to step closer, because you probably think I'm a fucking slaver. Let me make this absolutely clear for you, woman. Make another grab for me and you'll use your fucking hand.
Surely I won't. Notice I didn't say surely you wouldn't.
Whew. She raises her hands in front of her. Takes a half step back from the bars. Your eyes never leave your face.
Who are you? A buyer, maybe? But down here? I haven't seen you before, so you don't work for the slavers.
Well, I actually have a lot to do. So start with the obvious. Tell me something about this dungeon.
So you really aren't one of Kua's. I only know the way we were brought in. But an escape that way wouldn't be easy. The guards have horns for triggering a lockdown.
You wouldn't happen to be a native of the Deadfire, would you?
I am Wahaki. The Deadfire is my homeland. And someday, I will kill these slavers for defiling it.
Well. Actually, your chief has sent me to take out the slavers.
You've made it this far and haven't been skewered by an ogre. Yet.
Oh, they tried.
Perhaps you can free us.
Potentially.
Me and the others are keeping tabs on their patrols. I know their schedules, and their weaknesses. We can handle ourselves if you can get us out of this cell.
Well, you'd need weapons to even have a chance of surviving.
Weapons? The slavers have plenty, ripe for the taking. We will swiftly kill the closest guards and arm ourselves.
Oh.
I will personally take the Taskmaster's anchor and use it to rip out his entrails. Open the cell and witness the Wahaki's best warriors in action.
Well, do you know who has the keys?
The big dumb one. The Taskmaster. He stomps around near the stairs that will take us to the fort's upper floor.
I see. That sounds dangerous, to put it mildly. So we could kinda, get into a bit of a problem. As I die while trying out that dumb idiocy. I could actually lockpick that.
My fingers be fat and furry.
Okay, before we do this, let's make a
They're
save.
so nimble.
This could go horrible wrong.
Swapped in sparkling.
Am I good or am I good?
Ready to skin some slavers? I know I'm ready for revenge.
The fools can't tell when to fight and when to retreat.
I would rather die than risk awakening again in chains.
You will flee from here and quickly. I'll fight you myself. Yeah, let's totally intimidate her.
I surely don't wish to make an enemy of one like you.
Sure, hope so.
If we are not to fight, then we must retreat. But we can't just walk out the way we were dragged in.
And no shit, because that would quite literally lead you up to the fortress. Imagine that. Just a merry bunch of slaves heard from the dungeon, humming a nice melody, going like, well, we're just gonna be leaving now. See you soon. But don't worry, there's an underwater cavern in the basement. Take the brighter tunnel to reach the open sea.
And that is the way we will go. The Mother Ocean will lead us safely home. Always. May Ondra protect you as well.
Just go away, please. I can't imagine you dying a horrible death. For no fucking good reason at that point. I do kinda need you to be alive. Ooh, get my rewards. I quite literally don't help them out because I'm a nice person. No, I help them out because I'm quite well aware of how reward systems work. I get you to do what I asked you. Kinda. Do you have proof?
Looks like trouble.
Kinda. I know. That way you ain't gonna get any rewards.
That's me too, man.
And they do have mages, and mages are dangerous, to put it mildly.
I like the darkness.
Yes, you like the darkness. Hopefully with fire, and lots of it. It would be most pleasant.
Leave it. Good thing I
Oh
saw him
no,
first.
cuts through. not a problem. Elk is a lot tougher, to be fair. The health-wise, they stand a lot more, but we ain't no young and innocent chicks any longer. So once again, experience advanced Paris. I've seen the world, traveled the seas, all of that good nonsense. Oh, cutscene. Fleisch have escaped. Count die Horns. Wurden die sofort unchecked. Quest failed. I'm interesting. Can I see? Don't really see it. Recently updated. I mean, we can probably avoid that. Let's actually try to avoid that.
I don't be.
Yeah, open it up.
Swapped in sparkling, Captain.
Ready to skin some slavers? I would rather I should. If we, then that is the mother.
Yeah, we've already been through this. You go ahead and run away. No, this time let's try to avoid making them alarmed. Actually, now I should be able to see that quest, shouldn't I? Is it just me, or don't I have such a quest? It feels like I don't have such a quest. Nyeh.
First.
Game full of strange logic.
You like that?
Like, oh no, I've been blinded. Don't give a shit.
That's it.
Doop, doop, doop. Now into the next tunnel. And deal with the guy who just tried to fucking whip me. What an asshole. Oh. He ain't gonna have an easy time now, will he? I think he will die. Ace is not futile. It is murdered. Doop, 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 doop. Don't mind me, just, you know,
I saw him first.
taking some stuff from you.
That's it. Doing the job.
Oh no, it's quite literally doing its job. Look at it, hell. It went away like, look. Blink of a second.
Why not?
Oh, got myself some new stuff. This basically leads into the same room. Let's see, let's make a nice little quick save before we fall into the same problem we had before. Yeah, let's be a bit careful here. Repair materials. And just as we are spending a few of those, it's rather neat. Like slave.
I don't be supposing we could blow it up. Easy breezy, wet and sleepy.
Let's open it up and make some chaos.
We're not supposed to talk with anyone. Who are you? An escaped slave? I don't want to get in trouble.
An escaped slave? Okay, bitch. You apparently don't have eyes. You apparently have two I don't even know, jewels set into look like eyes, because look at me, and then look at you. You wear rags, but well, whatever shit they probably could find on the floor to dress themselves with. I wear full fucking armor and weapons. Do I look like a fucking escaped slave to you? Well, do make a run for it. There's a cavern on the stock room that connects to the beach.
Sure? What if it dead ends, or there's spiders, or we have to swim for it? I'm not a good swimmer.
You really want to stand around talking? No.
Well, when you put it that way, I really don't.
I kinda figured. With a visible gulp, read slave signal to the others and follow. New. Run away, you idiots. Also, that's the wrong direction, you idiots. Do I have to explain to these people what, you know, the difference between south and north? Maybe I should have actually explained that to them. Well, maybe. I mean, you know, it's quite literally down here. Ah, okay, so it's a timed event. I see. So if I spend too much time down here while I have some of the slaves freed, the alarm will be sounded anyway, basically. Which means the quest will fail automatically. Well, that suits me just fine, because I was not about to bloody help those fucking slavers. Okay, that leads to the courtyard, and that leads to the fort. Again, I wanna... honestly, I don't know. Technically speaking, the slave trade is illegal as long as you trade in the non-native slaves. Basically, as long as they're not dead by natives, you can trade them, no problem. That's absolutely legal. So it's not like the people upstairs are actually committing any actual crime in a way. I know that sounds strange, but yeah, it's not a crime. But I don't like it. I mean, you know, on purely immoral grounds. I'm a bit opposed to the idea of slavery. So I would very much like to stop this operation. Putting it mildly. Nice. Always try to take out mages. It's, you know, an old rule, but a very solid one. Because mages are a pain. Especially mages that you leave unchecked for a long time tend to be somewhat dangerous.
Sure.
Now comes the bit of the problem. Bits of gone blood-stained hair line the inside of this Iron Maiden. Ooh, here's his own Iron Maiden. Must have really gone up in the world. Now my idea is this. The fortune will of course go on lockdown, because, well, their merchandise is just about to escape. And so their logical conclusion is, because I don't think they're actually that aware that there's actually a way out to the beaches, they're going to put the fort on lockdown to try to prevent any escapees from actually escaping. What they don't expect is probably a heavily armored and armed group coming from the dungeons and attacking them in the face, basically.
What? How did you... Sounding the horns! We have a trespasser!
Let's go.
You have. Yeah, I don't think they were expecting that. On the other side, of course, it is a very hypocritical statement of me to even pretend to do good here. Because what I'm realistically doing is, I'm going to murder, like, you know, dozens of people. I really shouldn't have given Elf this spell, shouldn't I? Yeah, I mean, maybe the ogres as demi-humans we can count as... somewhat non-existent. Yet that ogre really managed to hide himself. Yes, he did.
I'm stronger.
Also, it does hurt when you get hit by him. Just gonna point it out. Bit painful. Now then, there's the auction courtyard.
Scallywag. Cap.
They most definitely didn't expect me to attack them that brazenly. It's going to work in my favor.
Hey, that wasn't half bad.
I'm sure some of these people are, you know, just doing basically guard jobs. I mean, they are quite literally called mercenaries, so basically they get hired to, you know, guard the building. That is not by itself a crime. Even if you do it for bad people, you're just doing a job.
Would you look at this?
As I said, it's kinda unfriendly of me to, you know... murder them. They would profoundly. Really makes me wonder where the fucking lion came from. Assuming there's someone here who can actually, you know, reasonably expected to have one. You know, somebody like a boss. Master Kua, yeah, that sounds like a boss. It also means it's probably high time to make use of my spells again. Ba-boop, ba-boop. Come on.
That's it.
Dip, 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 dip. Confront the leader of the slavers. Yeah, that's one way of saying it, I suppose.
You like that?
I don't think they like that, no. I really don't think they like that.
Captain.
Now then, Seraphim, I'm sure hope you're a bit lucky. You're feeling lucky after I so thoroughly managed to thwart your expectations and do actually good for you. The marble statue appears to be a replica of a popular Grand Valiant piece titled Ukala Sere. Aha. Well, partly slavery is a very profitable trade, at the very least. You can build marble statues from it. Well, which only leaves one area, the courtyard. Now, if this game were very realistic, then you would assume that since we just taking out their high command, basically, they should be, you know, running for their lives, or at least be severely confused. But I don't think we're gonna have that much of an easy time. Yeah, somewhat don't expect it. Oh, people, it is I. I'm a friend. I don't think they're gonna believe me. No, wait, let's make it like this. You go there, you go there, you change your weapon again, you go there. Yeah, sound your horns. It's not going to stop me. Good. You can change your weapon again, since you can't hold aggro anyway. I mean, it's not really his job, to be completely fair and honest with you. Boop. Boop. It's a nice gunplay. That's a lot more his style. Although the reloading time of those pistols is a lot, comparatively speaking. I think even the crossbow is faster at reloading. Well then, a lot of dead people.
Ahoy.
Oh, the kitty. Hello, kitty. Have you finally made peace with whatever you were chasing? So along the battlements first and see what we find here. Oh, a neglected dog. That is mine now. Oop, a Rex. Rex has been officially adopted. We shall not give it back. Nope, nope. Mine. I see a mage. I see a mage. I hit a mage. It's a very, easy logic to apply. Just, for obvious reasons.
Very helpful.
Yep, they shouldn't have given the AI the option of using that particular spell. Just headshots. Yes, it's a try. Just don't know how to actually get up here. Look at that, they're confused. Oh. What's happening? We should of course not wait for them. We have still other people to murder. So far so good, so far so good. Oh look, they actually managed it. I'm almost, surprised. Hey, of course the poison jars break. Precisely then. Good. The rest should be... Why is my mage such an idiot? It's like, yes, I, the one who wearing quite literally only a fucking robe, let me run into fucking close quarters. That's a good idea. Certainly not going to bite you in the ass. Of course not. Yes, we can use that. Gonna help much, but well. Well, that's actually one disadvantage of being a fucking he's taking... Yeah, I was about to say, surprising little damage. For somebody who, for all rights and intents and purposes, should be taking a beating of the worst kind. Okay, at least at one point I will agree with the AI in general. Fireball is never wrong. Because wherever it hits is probably going to, not have any options of complaining overly much any longer.
What do you need? Something I can do?
We'll find out if there's something you can do.
I trust you.
For the moment, they have locked up the bridge again. That doesn't help. Actually, a good thing that I went up here first, otherwise I would have stood in front of the closed or pulled up a bridge and be like, well, shit. Now I need to run all around again. Oh. Kitty has rediscovered the fun of hunting, or whatever he is hunting at the moment. I'm assuming it's nothing, quite literally, because there's nothing to hunt here. Or maybe he's hunting ghosts, I don't know. New profession for the kitty.
Hey.
Ghost hunter. The class changed, if you will. Don't think we need to worry too much about that though. I mean, as long as, my little mage doesn't use one of his more deadly spells. Those have a tendency to hit my allies a lot more than I personally find agreeable. Oh, look at that. Okay, they've been petrified. It is actually not good. To be fair though, the rules are a lot less punishing for petrification than they were in the past. Let me tell you a bit of how petrification worked in, for example, Baldur's Gate. I think the first experience I had with that particular state was when I met a basilisk and it used its nice glare on me to petrify one of my teammates. Which then promptly got shattered by the next attack, which is how it's supposed to be. That's brutal. Orphan cat. Not orphan any longer, threat. You're mine now. Misty. I'm sure Misty would get along well with my little kitty here. Or not, my kitty can be a bit of an asshole, to be fair. But yeah. This particular rule set, petrification just means you will gonna stand there looking somewhat grey for a while, which is honestly not much of a problem. You also don't get shattered once somebody attacks you. So that's quite a bit of an advantage. And technically speaking, we also don't have the system any longer where we have a main player character that cannot ever die. which is, you know, a lot nicer. Because in Baldur's Gate, when you actually had a since you had a main character, if that one got, for example, because you're playing as a warrior or something, and you had that in the front line, then ran into Basilisk and got petrified, yeah, that's an instant game over there, right then and there. Bit of a harder set of rules, I'd say, but also not bad. Also, I see a bot, don't I? Yes, I see a little bot. That wants me to buy shit. Like followers. Why would I do that? It sounds stupid. Really stupid, actually. Give me a second while I most profoundly delete you, little bot. I mean, I'm sorry, but you have to go. Boom. That's right. How it changed. How the times have changed, don't say. No, I don't think anyone is going to complain about me taking shit from them any longer. No, those people would complain. Also, they are kind of, you know, locked.
Care to have a look? Right away.
Head Merchant is... he must be the coolest son of a gun you have ever met, because, you know, everything has been destroyed. The whole fortress is quite literally on fire at this point. He's just sitting here. Eh? Merchant. I'm gonna sell my wares. Don't give a shit. I can respect that. I can quite literally respect that. That weapon costs more money than I actually have. That's respectable. Normally I'm, you know, an old school adventurer. I believe that you can find the best possible equipment out in the wilderness. Which is, you know, how I usually do it. But to be fair, there are some very good weapons that you can actually buy at stores in this particular game. So if you know you have the money to spend and nothing better to do, you might want to consider it. Now that's 2 more quests done and dealt with, I believe. Right. So, I do kind of want to use this episode to go back to Nekataka and finish up a few things. Basically the rest of the side quests that we have available for the moment. So that we have that out of the way when we finally once again return to the main quest. But before that we kind of have to sail to Ori or Koiki and tell the little savages that we have saved their savage friends. They're like, yes, yes, savage friends, saved. Nice. Doop doop doop. There is a shrine here. I might actually want to go there, because I don't remember if we actually went there already. Let's go in there. But you know, I do like this game. I don't want to sound like I'm criticizing it overly much. I do enjoy my time. Just that, you know, it doesn't go for the shock and awe effect as much as Baldur's Gate went for. Which, to be fair, it's a bit of a, now, double-edged sword. You can see it as a pretty good thing and as a pretty bad thing, depending heavily on what you want. You notice a small pavilion containing a large weathered statue of stone a little ways off the path. Appears to be a shrine. Search the surrounding areas. Boom. The statue and surrounding area is clean and maintained. Locals are likely visit the shrine frequently to keep it that way. You look around but don't see anyone nearby. Approach and identify it. The grassland shift was remarkable, but time has worn down its features. Cannot discern who the shrine was dedicated to. That's not good. Maybe if we actually rest and my little lady has a chance to be feeling better than wounded, she might be able to identify it. I'm gonna try that. Yeah. Also, you know, dungeon crawling in pen and paper terms. Fighting, resting, right when there is a monster next to the rest system in games. Nope. I don't really want to desecrate it without any good reason. And again, I do kind of hate the gods for being assholes. But it might be one I'm more favorable towards, generally speaking. So let it be, basically. No reason to piss off the people. Well, and the deity. For no good reason. If it's a shrine to Unra, for example, I would be desecrating that thing so fast You're probably wondering if I've ever done anything else in my life. But since we don't know, meh. No. Time to sail. Actually, where is the pirate? Not the one I'm looking for. No. You. Oh. I have a quest for the rock stomper guy, and he's not any longer dangerous. So before we go back to Nagataka, I guess we could actually just take care of him. He does have a galleon, which is a pretty damn dangerous ship. I might consider actually just basically making a nice little ramming maneuver there. Yes, that seems to be a good option. Maybe that is. Because, you know, I have a galleon myself, and I do know that the galleon has like 4 cannons on each side. The Roomba is complaining too. What are you complaining about? Why is everything complaining on this fine morning? Telephone complaints, the kitty complaints, everything complains. Pain in the ass. Well, doesn't matter, I'm not going to move from here, I'm going to play games. Oh, that's nonsense. Oh then, hello people, it is I again, your friendly neighborhood thing. Yes, very much so. Go up. Outlander. Yes, that is me. I'm an outlander. Quite literally. I'm coming from outside your lands. Although they kinda claim that everything in the Deadfire is their land anyway, so... Technically speaking, I'm still an outlander because I come from their wood, but... yeah. Semantics. Lots of them. I do wonder how happy that leader person is going to be. I'm assuming not too happy still, because, well, she's a bit of a bitch, but... maybe I can get some reward for actually doing something for her. Oh yeah, Shoti does have indeed a most unusual lantern. Because they're like, this is all ours, and I'm sitting here like, no, it's an Ingwithian ruin that is most definitively not yours. Kinda desecrating, you know, their ruins here.
Crookspur is a blight on the archipelago. I pray that Ngati drags the island down with both claws. What say?
Well, came to discuss your slaver problem. Her eyes brighten with joy. Ozara steps closer and embraces you roughly, clapping your back.
What say? If those parasites drew their final breaths, I would hear of it.
Okay, she's first complimenting me, just like hugging me and going like, yeah, good job. And then she's like, pray tell, do you actually have dealt with them? Master Kura's dead. His business is most definitively and finally finished.
While Onakaza plays at diplomacy, we are the spear in the guts of our enemies.
No. I am the spear. You're a pretty damn useless piece of furniture. You sit there, doing nothing. I went over there and, you know, gave it to them good. A bit of a difference here. You cannot claim anything. Find yourself. Rosara looks you up and down. Writing something unspoken.
You come to us in time of need. The tribe will know you as a friend. Go in peace.
Is that really all?
The hospitality of the Wahaki is yours. Respect
12,000
our
XP.
ways and cause no trouble.
That's kinda, you know. Because they're like, yes, you are a friend to us now. Next is, but if you don't respect our ways, we're going to, well, murder you anyway. Not how you treat a friend, is it? There should be a bit more forgiveness, you know? A nice little, okay, some missteps might be allowed and we will try to kindly correct you. But well, apparently they don't have much understanding of how the whole concept of friendship works. Savages. Bloody savages. Oh well, I wasn't really planning to come back here anyway. Your little village sucks ass, to put it mildly. At least the amount of experience points you give me, that does not suck. Well, with that out of the way... Yeah, the rest of those are all in Nekataka, if memory serves. Yeah. Basically, we need to go back to Nekataka to deal with most of the remaining side quests we have. That one we just have to talk to him because we finished it already. That one is in Nekataka itself. We still didn't talk to the Queen of Nekataka, but well, not really matter now, does it? That one we can only do after we have visited the palace, because before that, Karu has, you know, for like months now, stayed in the palace for some reason. That's just waiting it. This is the one we're going to kill before we sail back to port. Actually, we could probably do this beforehand. Sail over to Fort Deadlike and tell this about our little kerfuffle with the slavers. Wasn't really that much of a challenge, all things considered. Our slavers were pretty damn weak at the end of the day. Well, to be fair, we are very much high leveled at this point. It's actually something that that's kind of tend to happen. According to the main quest, we should probably not be nearly as strong as we are now, but since we have quite diligently dealt with all of these side quests that you can get, and since the game is basically pretty damn open about the areas you can visit, we have kind of screwed over the order of things a bit. Normally, what should happen is after Port Marge, you sail to Nekataka, you talk to the Queen, and only after you have updated your quest is when you supposedly visit places like Hasango and stuff. Of course, you know, that is not what has happened. And I speak well of the game that there's much to do, enough that you can actually go around and, you know, not get tired at all. Of course, sometimes, you know, just some situations are just hilarious, because you have to try to imagine them. You know, like getting sucked into Rimgrad's icy world in the in-between. Suddenly Shoti's like, you know what, I do like you, I would like some nice heavy silvering session right here now. And you're like, okay, imagine that picture. Roman just, you know, looking for the next ruined bush to have a nice little fun time of it. In the realm of the god, quite literally in front of his fucking stone face. That's what I call a bit of a nice little disrespect. That's fun though. Sadly, you know, that doesn't happen all the time. It also would lose its value. But hey, can I say? Well timed. Shoti should get lots of thumbs up and go like, yes, yes. Very good. Very good of you indeed. Is there anything else? Not really, actually. The ship is also fully healed again. Oh, well, repaired, I guess, is the more fitting term. We do need to buy some more supplies. Repair supplies, first and foremost. Bit of medicine, but nothing really... Yeah, no. I guess we need to work our way through Nekataka. We do have some bounty hunting to do there. Mostly. Yeah, that one who wants revenge at... where actually was that bitch? Lunage. Which reminds me, I'm probably not too welcome at Lunage any longer, am I? I'm pretty sure Ferrante will get somewhat angry with me. But well, that's his own fault. I'm pretty much against slavery. He sent me out to help the slavers. What was he expecting would happen? Idiot. Well, I guess this one thing is probably going to decide where I'm going to stand on this particular conflict in the Principe. I was a bit torn between the old blood and the new blood, but, well, the old blood kinda did a somewhat idiotic mistake there. You can bring me directly to... Are you ready to ride this? Yes, you can bring me directly to Eldest. That's going to save some time. Okay, for a second the game had kinda screwed itself.
I seem to be missing a cask of my favorite rum. What can I do, you lovesome?
Let me give you a bit of advice there. You probably drunk it yourself. Well, you know, Proxpo is kinda a done deal.
Aye, and well done too. Most of the prisoners have pledged to cruise in my fleet. You did a fine thing, Captain. Don't think I'll soon forget it. You're real good for business. So, here's to hoping our wakes cross again someday.
What did you give me? Good for a ranged character, eh? Plus 10 extra speed with daggers, rapiers, and stilettos. It's a thief's hood, isn't it? Interesting.
Until then, you can trust that I'll be in touch when I need you.
Good. Good indeed. Now then. Maybe I can actually specify for Ranger a bit if I deal with the ghost ship thing a bit more. Maybe. I mean, we got a bit of a rather, well, it wasn't really specific. We got the information that we might find some information in Nikitaka, but that's basically it. That's not really much, to put it mildly, to go on. But since we're going to go there anyway, we might actually want to think about where to look for more information on that particular matter. Somewhat, that is. I guess I could visit Barrett's shrine and ask the priest boy if he knows anything specific about the Death Guard downstairs. I can already dealt with, but the basic idea is, since we somewhat know of the identity of the ghost ship captain, we look for an item that... So, wait, where is the... There he is. That's going to screw my ship over. Yep, it is. Game, please don't fucking do this. I hate it when it does this. I know I could just, you know, the photo camera, I could put it off, but meh, I want to. Screw you. It's inconvenient. I don't like it. Well, I guess you could argue now it is also inconvenient if the fucking camera starts moving back all the bloody time if you don't want it to, but meh. I will not be beaten by such nonsense. Clearly named by me. I can't tell as much. Kitty, what are you looking at? There's no food here. Pretty damn sure the food is in the kitchen. No. Of course he's already like, you know, a million miles out. The fog rolls in. I was just talking about a ghost ship that is particularly well known for appearing with a thick fog. I feel like I'm gonna get fogged. I was just about to do some ship hunting here. Out of nowhere, a heavy fog rolls over the ocean, so dense that you cannot see more than a dozen feet out from your ship. With the fog's arrival, the winds die, the waves calm. Oh yeah, right, I named my ship the Cocksucker. Is left aimlessly drifting, the only sound of those of the hull groaning, as if in dread of what's to come. Eerie green lights pierce through the fog as the silhouette of a massive galleon approaches. Black sails, though tattered and rotting, catch in an otherworldly wind, slicing the ship forward at a rapid pace. The captain, a skeleton outfitted in tarnished armor, glowering eyes, surveys you from the quarterdeck of the decaying galleon. She rubs two fleshless fingers against her chest, or pointing right at you. What the goddess of death has marked, I will leave untouched, she nods solemnly. Once, and with a tilt of her skull, steers the ship away. As the floating hangman turns, several hundred sailors shamble across the deck, hungry for a look at your crew. They scratch at the chipped and rotted railing, heads rolling on their exposed spines. The ship disappears back into the fog. A few minutes pass, while the fog fully dissipates. The winds pick back up again, rustling your sails. The sea is clear, empty. The ship is nowhere to be found. Okay. For once, it was actually rather helpful that we You know, basically the bitch boy of Barroth. For once. Doesn't really help with all of the negatives that come with it, but hey. Boom. No, let's make a save here, because as I said, Galleons are dangerous. Well, the game is a lot more forgiving than old school RPGs are. If your ship gets destroyed in the open sea, you get destroyed and you get a nice game over screen. Raboom. Hello, Rock Stumper. Now then, into combat. I think we need to be a bit closer in case the enemy runs away from us. And they are turning, we are going to turn too, but we're going to be one behind, sadly enough. Okay, they have 4 Iron Sunders. That hurts! Thanks a lot, asshole. Now then. He, of course, immediately got, you know, hit. Okay, we have a slight edge. Okay, we need to kinda... Are you good? No, you're not good at cannoneering things, but I'd rather have somebody there than none. Okay. Oh, you hit. Good job, little Yuka. You did good. Brace for impact. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Two hits to the below deck crew and 2 hits to my... how does it look? Nope, not bad. 2 cannons firing. The worthless idiot fires a cannon and he does the most damage. So much for being a worthless idiot. Not worthless at all, is he? It will take 1 more turn to fire my cannon. And he misses. Hold the position. I think he's trying to turn around. I wonder where the fuck he's actually trying to turn to. Or is he just going to, you know, use his cannon? Brace for impact? Yeah, he is. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Wasn't really that bad. Hold the position. He's turning again. Not gonna help him much, but well, he's trying. Breaking hit, 11 damage. Nice. That actually gives me a bit of a good feeling, even if the other 2 missed horribly. Nice, we can hold position. The enemy is still turning, so... Come on. Hit him. Well, at some point we're going to destroy their sails if we continue like this. That's something. Brace for impact, just in case. More hits. Well, 1 good hit. The good thing is when you actually manage to damage their crew, they usually spend the whole turn just recalibrating, very much so. I think actually I would like to brace myself because he's going to shoot me, isn't he? Boop, 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 boop. Well, my hull is damaged. That is the definition of not so good. Yeah, you miss. Great. Well, what can we say? We still have a few more cannons. 7 hit. Hold position. Brace for impact. Okay. He wastes his turn. Brace for impact again, because at some point he's going to shoot me. Okay, there he goes. Okay. This is getting a bit too close for comfort. I guess ramming them would have been the better option, honestly. Damaged hull. Flooding. Sinks in 4 rounds. Well, that's promising. Okay, sole position. 4 more cannons. This is too close for comfort, honestly. Yeah, this is probably going to be my end, isn't it? Or maybe not. Okay, let's see here. I have my damaged hull, I'm flooding, I have damaged sails and torn sails. I'm fucked as hell, aren't I? Yeah. Can I actually survive enough to get this done? Oh boy. A very good question, I find, asking. Oh, position. Please hit. Ah. Okay. That was the closest battle we had in a long while. My little galleon against their galleon, to put it very mildly. I mean, you know, that took us 30 rounds of combat, but we did kind of win. Just that... a minor, you know, close call. Just a minor close call. You know, our hull is basically torn to shreds. Oh, bye-bye. Well, that is not really worth it. Okay, how bad does it look? Technically speaking, not that bad actually. We only have 2 wounded. Let's refill shit. And do we have any more? Yes, we have. Ale, some water. You go there, you go there. Did we pick up anything else? While we're at it? Yeah, doesn't look like it. Well, that is dealt with. Time to sail back to good old Nick Joker. Deal with that. So. Sure hope that was worth it. I kinda doubt it though. Also, it's going to take forever until my ship is actually fully healed again. But hey, I think we do have enough money to actually buy one of the better equipment things, and I'm thinking about buying a bit of a hull upgrade, because damn, my hull is suffering. Do I want to bother selling anything? Don't think I've picked up that much. Okay. Let's see here. It would be the best one, but I can't really afford that. I don't really need the sail health though. I mean, not normally, that is. And I already have this, so is there any reason? It doesn't really seem like there's any reason to buy any of those, because I already have that. Yeah, really doesn't seem that worthwhile, honestly. Yeah, no. Refill ship supplies. Okay. And let's start here and go to Shansa's maps so we can report about our findings. We should have scoured most of the islands in the Deadfire, so if he has a follow-up quest, we might actually be able to just tell him about it. Wait a second, we've already been there. Maybe. Potentially.
Welcome back, welcome back.
Yes, yes, yes.
It is a pleasure to see you once again. Tell me, how is the sailing? Smooth? Nothing to delay your expedition, I hope.
Yeah, smooth sailing. In very big quotation marks. Very smooth sailing. It's not like I was totally on, you know, death's door there for a second, but... Yeah.
How might I assist you?
Well, I've got some material for your book, man.
I could not have hoped for a better partner in this endeavor.
Yes.
Your well-deserved pay, of course. Why stop here? We're making good headway, and you've certainly proven yourself. I'm sending you far out west this time. Past Port Maje, past the Wakara Reef, and even the Kangati Islands. Nobody's been out that way in ages. All manner of dark stories. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Sure.
I'll be waiting.
Oh, do we have this already?
Welcome back. How might I assist you?
Actually not. That's surprising. I was kind of expecting that we had this already scoured. But there are some islands I did kind of avoid because, well, there are some very dangerous people on it. So, you know, I do kind of avoid some of the islands. Mostly because, you know, dangerous. Very dangerous in some cases. I don't really feel the need to get annihilated. Now, what was the one we needed to kill in the Queen's Birth? I don't remember. Let's see what the quest log says. Well, quest log. In the past, that was supposed to be just a notebook for keeping notes in. Well, the times change. Oh, for fuck's sake. What is it today? Do I have a fucking sign outside saying please fucking annoy me and disturb me on my fucking Saturday? Because it fucking feels like it. The pain is real. Yeah, Sacred Stairs, Serpent's Crown. Search Queen's Birth, kill Lord Admiral Imp. Magic set. One's mascot of the ship. Okay, so that's here. That's good. Yeah, that one can have to look. I have to look at the map a bit more to see what's actually down there. That's the only thing we have in here, isn't it? Where do I have to go for that? Well, that's a Dunash. That's a bit farther away, to put it mildly. Okay, so somewhere in Queen's Birth. Well, it's one hell of an area to actually look for. I mean, you know, it should be pretty easy to spot an imp, but the area itself is rather large to look for. Especially because you could be somewhere inside, you know, you could be inside some tavern or something. Or maybe inside here. No. Just an empty room. It'd be a shame if somebody were to steal all the shit. But then again, I already did that. I think I actually did it the first time I was here. It's like, oh, it's empty. It's not stealing if nobody catches you, you know.
Welcome back.
Yeah, we don't have anything to say about imps. Now, if I were an imp, where would I be hiding? Well, somewhere I can easily fly away from, most definitively. Maybe he's down on that wall segment here. Actually, where's my fast mode? There's my fast mode. Makes it a bit easier because then I don't need to, you know, crawl through the city, but can actually run. That was creepy. Oh yeah, I know what that was. I accidentally clicked outside the window and the game was like, okay, I see, you don't want to see us anymore. Understand.
Why not?
Yeah, still can't pick that up. Something I always forget, I don't actually need to restock my cannonballs because there's still some laying around. But you know, pretty sure the next time will be the same as this time, I will have forgotten about it. Long since. Then rediscovered me like, well, that's for the next time. All for the next time. Now, where would the little imp be hiding? Where, oh, where would you be hiding?
Poor Uncle Latello.
Well, yeah. For families, all of them are pretty much dead.
Whoever said a good pair of boots?
Strange. I was pretty sure this would be a pretty damn good hiding spot for him. But well, can be wrong, of course. Wouldn't make any sense for him to be in the Valiant Trading Company. Someone just dancing. The tavern would probably make sense. Oh no. I see him. I indeed see him. He has a few soul rips in himself, and nothing I have to worry about.
Avast, ground filth! Why disturb Lord Admiral, eh?
Well, this ground filth is going to show you that the ground can be fucking hard mistress.
Not doing anything wrong. Go away.
Well, this will send me.
No interruptions to the plan. Lord Admiral's work too important. Get her, cullies.
Seems a bit nervous, doesn't he? Well, if he has any reason to be. He went down like a bitch, didn't he? That was kinda disappointing. I mean, he's just an imp, but I, was expecting something a bit more. I think the last from their crew was actually rather dangerous, if memory serves. It was an ogre and all of that. They do a pretty damn good job at being dangerous. Okay. So that's that. Where's the next one? Serpent's Crown, but we haven't been at Serpent's Crown. Sacred Stair and Sacred Stair. I need to go to the Sacred Stair anyway. Talked with the priesty of Berath. So how are we gonna do this? We are going to go to the Sacred Stair, and then we're going to go back to Periki's Overlook and finish with Akamaya's Mansion. I think. That doesn't really sound like a bad idea. I guess then we can report once again on our quests, get ourselves a nice amount of money so that at some point we might be able to buy that special hull upgrade, because that seems like a good idea. Mostly because, that has been proven to be somewhat of a weak point. I might also want to reset my cannons a bit so that I actually have 4 of the same type on one side. So that we have the same reloading time basically on every single one of them. Otherwise you see what a mess it is. You basically shoot one cannon and another, and that is going to be very bad for your timing. Because you can't always hold position right before. But it is better because then they aim better. Meh. Let's see, have those animals has finally recalibrated their machinery? Good question to ask before we do anything else.
Hope you're keeping busy, Watcher. We're still running some small tests. Not quite ready for the... What can I do for you?
Okay, you're not ready yet. I see. Good to know. Send me a letter or something when you are. That would be very much appreciated. Put it mildly. Where could our next targets be hiding? Luckily enough, the sacred area is actually not that big.
Supplies! Get your supplies here!
Don't really like the title. Not really, Don't really want to be associated with Berath overly much. Bit of a pain in the ass, to put it mildly. I do kinda need to visit the temple and speak about the Death Guard, I guess. It's not stealing. I'll take it. Whatever it is. Not cannonballs. Like I have little stores of cannonballs all over the place, and I never will be able to pick them up. Ah, well, maybe another time. Maybe another time indeed. Now then, can we get more information on the flying hangman thing? That's stealing? It's not stealing. Ain't stealing if you take it from the dead in Berath's temple, apparently. Very important lesson to remember. Oh shit, it seems like the head priest has actually died. Okay. That's a bit of a shame. I mean, he was kinda, self-poisoning himself to die, so I guess it was just a matter of time, but bit annoying. I had some questions for him. A few very specific questions, mind you. Well, what can you do? Not much, I suppose. And I mean, Sacred Stairs. That's really not much there. You have the Temple of Barrow, you have the tower where the Animancers are, and you have the Temple of Gorn, basically. So you would assume that it's really not that hard to find any sort of target.
May Aethys's light shine upon you.
You know, I would kinda like to avoid that particular light. The last time the light shone on me, he crashed my castle. That wasn't very nice of him, now was it? I liked my castle, it was cool. Also fully upgraded. The tax revenue I could make off that was amazing. Jesus Christ. Actually, I could probably put that down in damages, couldn't I?
Candles and bombs.
You're like, look, Erisas, you owe me, but not only for the destruction of my castle, you also owe me all the potential taxes I could have made in the time.
Hunter, do you come to serve your coin bond?
Oh, right, you were the one I can actually, yeah, honor their head.
Your coin bond has muffled a killing song. Excellent work.
Indeed.
We are not finished. Your bond is needed again, and if your purse has room, we may help each other.
My purse has a lot of room. Yes, yes, very much so. What bounties do we have available?
Icorno, a wizard of great cunning, slays Mataru warriors in single combat. Some accuse him of being an agent of Rauatai. They have forged a coin bond to see him killed. Icorno pages through his grimoire in the central aisles of the Kua Orakuhu chain.
Well, to have luck, Pichu already murdered him.
Imagine what we could make of these aisles if more Huana knew how to use coin as a weapon.
I mean, the idea is not really new. If you have enough money, people will always be more than willing to do what you asked of.
Our work is almost finished. Your bond nearly exhausted, I say.
Well, what else do we have available?
The Rathun warlord Yarza Gabrant has been terrorizing merchant ships across the archipelago. He seems to think that the islands require his protection.
And, somewhat guessing you disagree.
He was last seen taking shelter on an island in the southern midpoint of Magran's Teeth.
Well...
The coin does not wish him to stifle trade.
Well.
Enemies have bonded their funds to see this monster slain.
Yep, already done that.
There is great power in a promise kept. And great rewards.
I mean, as long as I'm getting paid for it, and 4,000 copper is actually not a bad deal.
You have served your coin bond with distinction.
Indeed.
Go and line your pockets with riches exchanged for promises fulfilled. I will do the same.
Nice. Okay, now we're at the kind of problem that we have checked out all of the areas and we haven't really found them. Okay, that is kind of the problem. She only frequents the district at night. I see. When you are slain, you're at Serpent's Crown. You only come out at night. Let's wait till midnight then. Oh, night it is now. Still doesn't really answer the question of where the fuck that particular one is, but at least now we should have a chance of finding them. Doop 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 doop. Where are they hiding? Oh. They just ran in. It's like, oh shit, it's night, we need to be here. Okay, now we're here. Hello there.
Bleeding me dry. All I needed was a few damn components.
Well, what are you doing here?
What? I haven't the time necessary to illuminate you. Be on your way.
Jesus Christ, unfriendly, aren't we? Well, sorry to say, but bye-bye.
Oh, not this again. There's a dozen of you fools in every city.
Yeah, that kind of tells you something about your, life choices, doesn't it? Well, let's see you survive then. I mean, mages, generally speaking, are kind of dangerous, but wouldn't be the first one I killed. No pen, no pen, no pen. No pen! No! So we might want to actually use a spell or two. I mean, why not?
It's no good to me.
That actually hurts. No, my little ball of crazy. The ball of crazy does work very well, I give it that much. Still do wonder sometimes why my own wizard has the tendency to, you know, use the one spell that actually drags him into close quarters every single time without fail. He's only wearing a bloody freaking robe. Did you actually just... you idiot! Yeah, we are kinda fucked, aren't we? Oh, we are kinda fucked here. Oh, you idiot of a fucking mage. I should have kept a lot of a closer eye on him, because we're now going to get fucked. Yeah, that's not a battle we can. I mean, we know we could potentially win this battle. I don't really feel the need to kill the whole of the fucking district, though. Oh, that's the worst positioning for a mage. You know, the fireball is just itching under his fingernails. He really wants to throw out, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. That cost me a lot. In good reputation, mind you. Senseless killing, sure, why not, but, you know. All with a bit of sense, please.
It's a divine light, meant to cut through the darkness. Of course it's gonna draw the biggest ones.
Hunter, do you, we are not
going through this again.
Our work is almost the wrath he was last there. You have
Damn. Now we know where she is, or where she's going to spawn. Yeah, good. But still, we kinda need to find a bit of a better solution here. Okay, I probably need to personally take charge of my dearest little mage, otherwise we are going to get the same problem again. Is he not going to come running again? Yeah, the ruins. I mean, don't get me wrong if they... Oh no, shit. There they come. I have some hope that they might actually go somewhere else this time. But of course, you know, hopes and dreams and all of the good nonsense. And now then. You go here, you go here. You take care of that one, you go in there because you can probably survive that. You don't attack anything that is not an enemy. You can summon something, and you are the one I really need to keep my eye on because you're a fucking asshole.
Oh no!
No. You go attack. You go attack. You go attack. Wait a second. You go attack. You summon me a thing. And you stay the fuck doing something more harmless this time. Use spells like this. Spells that actually only hurt my enemies. That's something we can live with. That's something we can work with. Don't use fucking murder spells. I mean, yes, do use murder spells, but not the murder spells that kill without some digression. And he wants to do it again. Of course he will. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on! It's fucking annoying as hell. Which spell did it this time? I don't even want to know. No, I actually want to know. That was the... Oh, the Cypher spell, wasn't it? It's going to make this a lot more annoying than it needs to be, honestly.
Yeah.
We do kinda need to take care of that, first and foremost.
Ahoy.
Okay, so I quite literally have to watch every single last one of you little fuckers, because you will do horrible things. Right. Now we need to make this a lot curve. You're telling me... No, it did not. Okay, they are attacked, but not by me. Oh, you will not use that particular spell, you asshole.
Do that. It's no good to me.
Those are going to be a pain in the ass to deal with, though. Is this a good idea? Not really.
Stronger.
Civilians, please, for the love of God, there's a fucking fight happening here. Go away. You know, to some degree, I'm kinda feeling like they would deserve getting annihilated, because, fuck's sakes, they quite literally like to stand right in the middle of this. I mean, it doesn't really take a fucking genius to figure out that this is, you know, going to go horribly wrong at some point. And we're basically the put like one fucking miscast could very well murder everyone. We're probably going to win in the long run.
Something?
I want to summon my tentacles. I have my tentacles, so that's good. Blah blah blah. That streaks out in a straight line, bounces over walls. Yeah, no, that doesn't seem good. Just use fucking easy spells. I mean, the simple fact that I actually need to, you know, make a consideration here is just the smallest bit annoying. Because if I can't fight freely, then those fucking constructs are actually a bit of a pain in the ass to deal with. Because, you know, they are kinda tough.
That's not very helpful.
Yes, you're also not very helpful, but am I complaining? No, I'm not. Not overly much, at least. Okay, we almost have dealt with one of them.
This thing isn't doing the job.
So far, so good. You help out here. Let's let keep that one busy, because, well, he can, and he will.
Tell me.
Do a pretty damn well job of it.
Quick, do something else.
So far, so good. Just a matter of time. A long time. We do it like this. Those attacks get kinda annoying, though.
Yeah, this is futile.
After him.
I'm gonna miss that one, aren't ya? Yes, yes, you are.
Done and done.
That's it.
Try something else.
Yeah.
Healing? But that is the annoying one.
Let's go.
Well, yeah, this is indeed going to take a while, isn't it? Do I have anything else I can actually do for you that would not hit everybody? Don't really have anything left here. I guess I can give him a mule kick.
Quick! Give me something else.
Well, doesn't work against a giant metal construct apparently. Maybe just a bit too heavy for that. Pierce attack with lens of blah blah blah. To control the line of the attack. Yeah, that sounds a bit dangerous. Shoal ignition. That's only a single target cast. Come on. You managed to enfeeble it. I don't know how you enfeeble a bloody freaking construct, but we did it. Actually, it's probably a good time to make a nice little save, but you can't save in combat. Of course not. That would make it far too easy now, wouldn't it? Come on. Oh, no pity for the lost. Souls and avoid the statue's inspiration to watch.
This is futile.
Yeah. Nobody said we don't do shit. Yeah. Boost of power. Give it to Marvin. If I attack them, they all get nuts. They summon literally an army of devotees to attack me, but if the fucking construct attacks me, it's just like, oh no, okay, I'm hurt now. Unfair treatment. Very, very much so. Yeah, sure, cleansing flame. Actually, let me read it again, just to be sure. Special protection speeds its doom. Does continuous burn damage and accelerates the time for all beneficial blah blah damage effects before leaping to additional targets. I mean, technically speaking, I don't have any additional targets, but let's not take that risk, shall we?
Missed.
Oh, so very slowly. Oh, so very slowly. You know, I'm too afraid. I'm afraid something horrible is going to happen. Hope the target's assailants generating a slashing blade to force that falling condition type. Yeah. Let's just wait it out. It's going to fall eventually. I mean, you know, I could have pretty much gone to the kitchen and made myself a new cup of coffee in the time it takes, but not complain about it. We shall not. Yeah, you're taking a bit of damage.
No good to me.
Fucking hell, he's finally dead. Oh boy. I was not expecting nearly that much in the way of trouble, but it's done now. Okay, we have all of that dealt and done with. That kinda means we can now go over and deal with Arkhama's, well, thing, I suppose. Finally. Fucking finally. I'm free. Well, make a save immediately because I do not want to do this again. Hell no. Let me think. There are two ways we can go into Arkhama's home. We can go to the bathhouse and come from the basement. Or we can go from the store next door to Arkhama's, then end up in the upstairs area. Ooh, now which would be more profitable? I mean, if I plan to murder everything that is in there anyway, I guess coming from the upstairs is not really a, you know, unreasonable thing to do. Yeah, probably let's go with that. Seems like a pretty damn solid idea so far. Pretty damn solid, I'd say. And then I think it was here. Yeah, no, it should be here. Yeah, and then he shops that near to the building itself. Actually, we could probably do both. We could probably take the upper layer, then come back here, and then enter it from the bathhouse area. Oh, let's throw the grappling rock. Who would be good for that? Well, she, of course. Raboom. The oak sails across the grab and ends with a clang. The rope is pulled back. The oak solidly lodges in the railing of the parapet. Nice. Climb across. Totally not suspicious at all. Rope creaks and sways, but with care and slow, deliberate progress, finally make it to the other side. Well then, let's see what that wizard is hiding in his upstairs.
Could be a fight. Watch me.
From one construct to another construct, eh? Well, no, this goes a lot better. Also, I don't really need to fear hitting any civilians, so...
You like that? I thought we were friends.
It's like I thought we were friends. Yeah. Nobody really is a friend to a mage. You're just, you know, another potential target, basically. Boop, 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 boop. I really shouldn't have given him that particular spell, though, I will admit that much. It was a mistake on my part, because the AI really likes to use big spells. It's just that they're not really good at aiming it in a way that, you know, doesn't hit your friends. Where does this go? Up here. Oh, that's good. I can go to his bedroom. That's, however, a very... I'm assuming the bedroom would have another way into it, because otherwise that would be annoying as fuck. Imagine you're somewhere at a kitchen, just made yourself a nice little meal, and you're like, okay, I kind of want to take this up to my bedroom, so we have to, you know, go up the stairs inside, come out here, go all the way around here, up here, here, and then into the bedroom. That would piss the living shit out of me, for sure now, just sheer inconvenience. After a week I would probably sell off the whole building and be like, no, I'm done with it.
I don't be supposing we could swapped and spark.
No, you cannot blow it up, just fucking use your lockpick. That's what I kinda
be fat and furry.
have you around for. You must have
Ever so nimble. I don't be supposing we could swapped and spark. Cap.
Stealing all the good things. I'm sure Akamai has enough, you know, riches to go around that he will not miss a few little things that I take. I'm sure of it. Reasonably sure. And again, mages do tend to have a bit of a, you know, protective need for their belongings. Especially the older and more powerful ones, they tend to be a bit annoying to deal with, and they realize that you might have taken some stuff from them. In the way that they're going to, you know, blow you into next week, basically. Let's try to avoid that particular outcome. Now then, that's the way down. What do I see there? I see a little pot.
Sure.
You know, on one hand, it's just trying to do its job. I get it. This leathery imp cradles a gem in his claws, makes soft cooing sounds. He extends his forked tongue to lick each facet, coating it with a large layer of slime. Sensing your presence, his eyes snap open. Give me a second while I show you, little bot. I know you're just doing a little job, but not today. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, that's good news. The bandits already broke into my store. I love good news. Ruining my weekend. Tim lets out a piercing shriek and clutches the gem protectively close to his body. A pair of yellow eyes narrows on you, focusing with intensity.
What you do here? My pet groundwalk filth. What you do here, huh? Why you trouble Yellow Eye 3?
Don't know, but you know, technically speaking, you're also biped. Fuck you. Let's do it very diplomatically. Like, if I was an intruder, would I even be speaking with you like this?
Ugly one speaks in confident tone. Not burglar, then.
See?
Stay out of Yellow Eye 3's way and break nothing, or Master hears of it.
Well, tell me about yourself, friend.
First Yellow Eye died, second Yellow Eye died, now his third. Master gave Yellow Eye a number, so he would remember which one he was.
Will there ever be a Yellow Eye 4?
4, 5, 6 is all the same to this Yellow Eye.
So, how did yours die?
One died asking idiot questions. 2 died stealing baubles. 3 is more careful. 3 watches out for kabooms. Pretty crystal. Protect you forever.
Oh, bit obsessed, eh?
Go on. Yellow Eye 3 has time for smelly groundwalker.
That crystal, where did you get it?
That all you want to know? Boring. Found near vault. Keep safe for Master. Too shiny to leave lying around.
Mimic speech. Give me crystal.
What crazy talk? Trying to start something or just stupid, eh?
Give crystal or face wing buffet. Fiend food.
Wing? See no wing? You crazy?
Bitch, please hand it over, huh? And I won't strangle you with your own fucking tail.
Ah! Would rather bite off own horns than let go of bauble.
I will make you bite off more than that if you don't hand it fucking over.
Stinking groundwalker. Hate you always.
I have a translucent crystal now. Don't get me wrong, this is not coercion, nor is this blackmail or stealing. I'm helping him with his addiction. Yes, that is precisely what I'm going to point out. Seems to be a little shiny thing there. Okay. Now this, I assume, goes down to the base layer. So my idea is we're going to go out again. Climb back over the rope, go into the bathhouse, into the basement, you know. Go into Akamai's basement from there. And see if we can't get more loot before we go to the main layer. Mostly because I'm kind of afraid that Akamai himself could be on the main layer. That would kind of suck, wouldn't it? I mean, I do kind of remember rather fondly that we dealt with, what was his name? Like Consul Hold or something in First Pillars, so it's not like we have not a bit of a reputation about slaying, no. Arch wizards and stuff. There's that. Still, you know, no reason to provoke that particular nonsense. You don't have to, that is. Where was the... No, that's the wrong. That's the right way. That guy was not just leaning on back on it, he was actually quite literally fused with the stone platform there. I mean, you know, whatever is reacting to him, I guess. Yeah, squeeze through. We know how this goes. We've already been here. We've already done this. We know where this leads. But now I have a translucent crystal. Maybe I can actually use that to open that that vault of his. Would be rather nice, I would say, because there's probably some nice loot down there. Nice loot I would like to get.
My fingers be fat and easy breezy, wet and sleazy.
Stuff to steal, so much stuff to steal. I think this time I will actually...
Not supposed to be here! Ground meat not supposed to stink up Master's hat!
I do like that, you know, he's the one who is screaming alarm. And he's quite literally on the other side of the world. Okay, let's see. Gonna get more complicated than it needs to be.
Do it again and I'm taking it away.
Yeah, we do need something. Probably a few tentacles would help too. Also good. Okay. The character has decided to go very deep in. Oh, at least no civilians that we can accidentally hurt. Not so much an accident if you half aimed at him, but well, and I deserve standing in the way. Yeah, then. One of this is actually a good choice, but then again, I'm sure the particular mage in question will not complain overly much. I hope. Here we can argue that, come on, Master Wizard, you are so good at this. I'm sure you can resummon all of them in the blink of an eye with your power. Yes, we just need to make it sound good. You should be pretty damn dead. So far, so good. Built with all of the basement. Ingredients.
I shall.
Now then, what is down here? Your skin tingles as you approach the scrying pool. Reflection grins up at you from the depths. You're mocked by my own reflection, eh? I can't live with that. What's behind door number 2?
Whether I open.
Oh, some stuff. I do like stuff. Oh, that's just
I don't be sposing with
medicine
easy
stuff.
and sleazy.
At least this room. Oh, a torture chamber. That's neat. Oh, hello there. It is a little chunky boy. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Feeling good? That was all done. Mesh lab looks intended for alchemized iron constructs. You sense a fractured, confused scrap of soul essence. Okay. That's what I like to hear. My weekend is about to get a lot more troublesome, but at least some people do have a good one. That is something I do indoors. They're a pain in the ass. Well, at least that's the amount of calls I got. So. You walk through the halls of Nakamaya's Manor. The layout is no stranger to you. You navigate every turn with confidence. Your partner is your shadow, hanging 3 steps behind. Well, gesture for him to hurry. That's interesting. Little noise won't disturb the imp stewards. Ifrin nods and hastens his pace. You reach a heavy vault door. The lock is made of gems set into stone. Ifrin is glancing over his shoulder, too preoccupied to follow your careful motions. Set the gems into their combination and pray that your contract got it right. Just as the door grinds open, one of Akamai's imps rounds the corner and screeches in a full voice. Spin on your heel and make a run for it. Ifrin is nowhere to be seen, but a whisper of cloth through an open doorway tells you where he's gone to hide. Before you can... oh, excuse me. Suddenly, throat dies. Before you can take your second step, a blow like a battering ram carries you off your feet. Disorientated and prone, the last thing you see is the fist of an ironclad construct mercilessly coming down. Nothing but your head between it and the cold stone floor.
I'll be damned if I let a soul be used for such foul means. Come with me now, you poor lost thing.
Expression grim, Shoti draws her lantern back and forth over the guts of the construct, absorbing the thief's remaining assets. Well, I mean, you know, when you break into a freaking powerful wizard's home, you can't really expect much, to put it mildly. I mean, if he then decides to, you know, murder you and put your essence for the next half eternity at the very least into some iron construct,
Doing the job.
do you know?
You like that?
Serve.
Let's go.
can't really complain much about that, can you? It's kinda what you brought down in the cell. Sadly enough.
Something else.
If one spell is really troublesome, I should definitely not have given it. Regret my decision. Somewhat fiercely. Oh well, too late to do much about that.
This is futile.
It's not really futile, it's just that you do minimal damage, but even that is going to kill it at some point. I'm not really too worried here. Just a question of how long it will take. And that is all.
Something stronger. That's it.
How you can actually terrify an iron construct is far beyond me, but apparently we can.
Futile.
Take this.
It's going to take a while.
This ends here.
A few hundred hours later, construct still standing. Still bashing it. I mean, it's not really doing any damage to us, so you know, it's not like we're actually in any danger.
Come now, step into the light. You like that? It's no good to me.
Love beyond seek.
Come on, do it. I almost believe in you.
That's it.
It's a board. Finally, that has taken a lot longer than I was comfortable with, to put it mildly. But alas, all well that ends well. Well, for me at least, not so much for the poor little construct I just murdered. That's the vault door. This was where the imps usually are. Okay, this is the way up. Not go up.
Could be a...
Let's go.
That's right.
Okay. Why do you feel the fucking need to do this bloody spell all the time? Don't you now? Don't you realize somewhere along the line that you will actually hit your own comrades? You know, you will not. No, you will not.
Think you got the decency to die?
Jesus Christ. He is persistent about it even. Being like, yeah, no, please, let me murder them. They're not my friends any longer.
Why not?
A rattling sound is from the display case. Oh, for fuck's sake. I know. Rebecca's joint. Did you hit a skeleton Hink's motion? Yes. Okay. Unlocking this will require the proper key. Place the clear crystal to the hole. Crystal settles into its intended depression with a soft click. Surrounding gemstones immediately flash with brilliant colored lights. Enter the combination account. Retrieve the gemstones into their intended configuration. Sound of grinding stone builds in volume as the door moves. Aside. Nice. Safe game because this sounds like a trap.
Why even have fancy dinnerware if you're just gonna keep it locked up?
Yourself a look at eye.
That's not going to be the only trap, is it?
Aye.
Jesus Christ. White some traps here and there. Yeah, I'm assuming I've gotten through most of them.
My fingers be fat and easy breezy, wet and sleazy.
Ooh, right, we can now make a choice who to actually give that artifact to. Right, there was actually a quest for it. I'd kind of forgotten about that. Actually just wanted to go into, you know, powerful mage stuff, stealing, nice.
Why?
Okay. Question is, where the fuck actually were those two? One of them is probably at Serpent's Crown, isn't there? Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna find out. Maybe dip. Going up again. Come on, loading. Now he has recovered, he's not any longer inside the platform. Good for him, I suppose. He has freed himself, I don't know how, but he has indeed freed himself. What does my quest log actually say? Rota and Juana each have a claim over the blah blah blah. Ancient tablet currently in the possession of the wizard Akamai bows. So you got to make a grab for the tablet. Each of them would be grateful. Well, I can't really make a decision because I can't even access one of them without going into the area that I kind of have avoided for the moment. Same with that one. Now then, and for the final layer of Akamai's little building, we're of course going to attack right from the fucking front. Because why not?
My fingers be fat and easy breezy, wet and sleazy.
Okay, my nice little save game again. Because I'm expecting some trouble. Just the smallest bit of trouble, you know? Like, you know, with super iron. Constructs of human aims and maybe the man himself. Which would be, as far as I'm concerned, be the greatest potential trouble.
Ready to let's go.
Okay, let's see how bad it goes. Might actually be a good opportunity to summon myself a few more allies onto the field of battle.
Futile.
And he immediately starts doing it again. Of course he will. Yeah, give him some nice chain lightning. That should do good. See, it's not like he doesn't have spells that are somewhat useful in, you know, hitting them. It's just that he would like to do the one spell where he damn well should know that that will hit also all of his comrades. You murder the demon, please. But that thing is getting kinda annoying. Come on. Jesus Christ. My ally has proven to be somewhat bad at his job.
Let's go.
He can do damage, just that he kinda sucks against imps apparently. Some mystical reason. Okay. Let him try to be a lot smarter than he actually is. No shit for him. Well, we just need to kind of wait it out until the situation is dealt with the last item construct. Yes, you're kind of out of spells, aren't you? I guess we can use one of those.
Something else.
As experience has shown, it will go down in a while. Just going to take a while. And so far so good. Now, what sort of treasures do you have hidden on your base layer, Mr. Wizard? What oh what? I wonder, I wonder. Sure, those are priceless treasures, so that I can't pick them up, so I don't care. Yes, could be the kitchen or something.
Why master need bugs? Not even taste good.
Oh. What of a study. Not very well guarded study though. Books. Potions. Nothing really of really important, I'm assuming.
Sure.
Okay. Kaboom. What is it, the kitchen area?
Hey, whose side are you on?
Pretty sure the other areas we've already dealt with. Just in case, we're gonna check it out again. In case there's some hidden layer in between, basically. Did I actually miss an imp?
Hey, watch it.
I don't think so, but suddenly Yellow Eye 3 wants to attack me. He really wants to be replaced by Yellow Eye 4. No, please don't. Told you, no, please don't. Not that hard to understand now, is it? Go down again. Go into the laboratories and see what nonsense is happening there. Down there. Okay, this just leads to this area again. Well, I guess we can just escape through this area then. Our little stealing has been somewhat successful, let's say. Nobody will expect me to be at fault here. Of course not. Totally not suspicious. But I will admit the security in his house was a bit lackluster, wasn't it? A few ironclad golems, sure, pretty nice. A few imps, sure, annoying, but not much more. A few traps in his vault, okay. But I was kind of expecting a bit more of a challenge from somebody who has spells named after them, quite literally. Oh well. No, then I guess this would then be a good opportunity to make one more sail around and finish all of the quests off. Or well, rather, tell them about, you know, what we've done already. That's at Donash. That's also at Dunash. Yeah, so basically all we really have to do is sail all the way to Dunash, basically. I guess we could speak to Ferrante. Technically speaking, though I don't think he's going to be too happy with us. We did kinda screw him over when it came to the whole slaver business. But what was he expecting? Honestly, kinda deserves it, doesn't he? You shouldn't really have asked me to help with that particular business. I'm not a fan of the whole slavery thing. Kinda your own fault for sending somebody who's clearly not going to be, you know, friendly with that. Yeah, look, he's not any longer with a little symbol, so we could probably deal with that one too. Actually, I don't think there are many named enemies any longer around. Because cleaning this up would probably be not a bad idea. This one is still considered dangerous. Since this one here is basically now manageable and is only, well, I mean, it is a junk. Technically speaking, a junk is even bigger than my galleon. But the junk is not really meant so much as a combat vessel, it's rather a, you know, great, but more of a merchant vessel. The Deadfire Sea is calm, empty, well, cocksucker, obviously, cuts smoothly across its surface, gulls trailing in the craft's book. Aha. The wheel, Beardle whistles quietly to himself. Herman Oswald stands near the starboard rail, quietly discussing the safest course to your destination. Creaks as it crosses the waves. Whistle along. Sure. Joe grins. Whistles a bit more loudly and picks up the pace of the tune. The breeze tugs at you close as the salt-laced air shifts. A long grey line stretches across the horizon, seems to shimmer like the air on a hot day. Hamer's nose wrinkles as the sailor stares into the distance. No storm that. Too low. Growing too fast. Several ears flatten against the sides of his head. Login, fuck, Captain. Whatever that mother be, she be moving with a quickness. Best be bringing her about. I'll be her to bring. White rumble rolls across the sea as the line grows. A massive swell of water barreling towards. The unbelievable cocksucker. Dum dum dum. Bring us about. I think we're big enough to go straight over that wave. That's dangerous. Bam. Beardle points the bowsprit directly into the wave. The deck rises before you, auto rushing past to either side as the ship ascends. You experience a moment of weightlessness. Pitches forward and plunge down the far side of the wave. Helmsman halts. I'm not sure whether in excitement or terror. Probably terror. I'm assuming terror. The swell moves past, leaving the sea heaving in its wake. You can appear to take shock of damage. What damage? Thanks to be like I might try to fly away. And in the good God's name was that? A bit of a tsunami passing by. Ogle frowns out across the calming sea. Came from the southeastern Deadfire, Captain. Around Tikavara, if I had to guess. Or the Black Isles. Maybe it was an eruption or a quake or something. Well, we just passed through a fucking tsunami like it's nothing. That's the sort of skill I expect from our crew. Well, to be fair, we also have a rather big ship, which is probably helping with this particular. Short of non-ginge. At some point we should be here. It's going to take, you know, a few hundred years sailing. And then we'll take it. This is once again going to be a very dangerous battle. Or not. This actually depends a lot on how much the enemy has in cannons. Now then. First things first. Full speed ahead, get a bit closer. Then we're going to turn to port. We're going to be once again be one turn behind. Ouch! Yeah, I think actually a boarding action would have been better at this particular point. But they do have less health than us, so technically we're still pretty damn good. Oh, I kind of forgot about that. Brace for effect. Hold position. And now we can at least fire 3 more cannons. One very good hit. But not so much the other ones. Okay, hold position. Let's see what happens. They're moving the crew around. I would much rather like to wait until I actually get a few more. I would like to see what they're actually doing. They closing the distance to us. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. Because, well, they could ram us. They do have quite a bit of crew on that ship. That's an amount of damage I like to see. 2 hits for freaking 11 damage. Hold the position. Nice, 100% hit. Well, we hit something. They shoot over. How many cans? Also, something's happening, but give me a second while I make a damage assessment. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Now then, what has happened? Oh, our chunky boy. Er stickt 3 euros. Look at that. That's very nice of him. Well, I wasn't really expecting that. Once again, you caught me a bit off guard. But yeah, thank you very much. Very nice of him. That just really only sweetens the deal of a weekend. Well, a bit of a stormy weekend, considering that I probably will have to, you know, do some cleaning up in the store. Thieves. Coming in the night and stealing my shit. That's pleasant. In-game it is pleasant. Outside of the game it is even more pleasant, let me just tell you. Oh yeah, I will probably think back to this particular moment and be like, yeah, at least one good thing has happened on this fine evening. Weekend. Yes, that makes more sense. Apparently my brain had already switched to evening, because evening is the normal time when I actually can do something nice for once. Surprising how that works, isn't it? Yeah. 2 more cannons! Shoot! I do like it that my worthless idiot actually fires. And he's good at it. I mean, look at that. Yeah, it's a nice amount of damage, doesn't he? For a worthless idiot, that is, mind you. See? I'm not racist. I have my own little imp serving as a cannoneer, and he's pretty fucking good at it. He's an expert cannoneer at this point. At least that is one thing they can't claim about my poor little ship. We treat people very fair and equally here. Fair and equal opportunity, basically. Okay, my sails were hit, but shit. Do I care about my sails, honestly? I'm not going to run away, to put it mildly. 3 shots at 100%, yeah, that's great. Could actually be the end for them. Boop, boop, boop. It is the end for them. Get wrecked, bitch boy. Get wrecked indeed. Take on and continue with that out of the way, and we don't really have a quest for him, I think. No, so it's probably a follow-up quest. Basically, every captain that has a name is part of some bounty hunter quest. So basically, the best thing you can do, reasonably speaking, is as soon as you can beat them, just kill them. You will get the quest for them at some point, and you can be like, here, take another head, take another head, take another head. It also means that there are only 2 captains left in the waters that are actually dangerous. That is him, 3 skulls, where the fuck? And you, with 1 skull. Now we sail to Dunash. Oh right, we got a wounded one. Who is wounded? My dear little deckhand. Are you a deckhand? Somewhat of a deckhand. Because my crew loses morale when the wounded actually have to work. People are like, yep, don't wanna work, I'm seriously injured. And everybody else is like, yeah, if you let them work, that means I would have to work too when I'm injured. I don't like that. See, they are just thinking about themselves. Those selfish little pricks that I call my crew. Although they do have, you know, a very pleasant naming sense. Give you a few examples. Who do we have here? That's still pretty damn normal. We have the red-handed. That's still pretty normal. We have Rum Dump Rigere. Quite literally now he is dumped from all the rum. We have Mozo Sharprock. We are quite literally now. We are breaking down every barrier that has ever been erected between species because we're using them all. Even little Zaurips. That's actually an ogre, you know, just want to point out. Even ogres welcome. My worthless idiot. He's special. I mean, the rest are kind of, you know, normal human-like. I mean, she's quite literally called a shield sister for some reason. Don't know why that is part of the name, but, you know, we do have some special people. A few special cases had to be made. That's again. They're going to play that dumb throwing dart game, don't they? Yeah, no. Not really interested. Basically, you set down 50, you can win 100. But meh. Those are peanuts, comparatively speaking. I mean, look at the amount of money we have. 45,000? Yeah, no. Bit of a waste of time, honestly, comparatively speaking. No reason to do that. Now, I think, where was that one? That one was at the court. Oh, hello there, little C3. Gee, you dropped by 2. How are you on this fine? Well, relatively speaking, fine weekend. Yeah, come on. Sail faster, ship. Sail faster, ship. Boom. What was that, ship? What were you trying to do there? I think one is at the Lifter's Refuge and the other is at the Radiant Court. Ah, you're doing as well. Well, I mean, I'm doing reasonably well. I just got the message that, you know, somebody broke into the store. Which is fun, because that means I will probably have to spend quite a long while this afternoon cleaning up and doing other such nonsense. Then, you know, having to take care of the insurance. Calling them and making them send one of the guys over to check it out. Then we have to make a list of things that have been stolen, and it's a pain, to put it mildly. Gonna cost me a lot of time. Which is why I'm kind of deliberately, you know, sitting here and playing games, because I don't want to face that particular nonsense just now.
Knowing the Deadfire waters are short, a pirate hunter is worth 10 times its weight in pies.
I mean, it's not the first time I have some routine doing that, you know. But it's always such a pain in the ass. It also, of course, means, you know, that wares are missing that you would usually be selling, which is going to be horrible for your daily income.
Hate to say it, Scutler, but I'm tapped out. My client's gone awfully quiet, so we're both better off sailing for the next horizon.
Well, sure. Pleasure to business with you. Indeed, bad people. Indeed, bad people and stupid people, to be fair, because we do have a bit of a camera setup, so I guess the police will have something to do and look for. But still, you know. I still remember the first time that happened. I was quite devastated. And if this wasn't, you know, something I'm somewhat used to, I would probably still be. Because, you know, it's basically like this. You work hard each and every bloody day. And you do shit, lots of shit. And all of your work basically gets interrupted, in some part even destroyed, by some fucking asshole who has probably never done an honest day's job in their fucking life. That's devastating. Well, we do have cameras, and since they are on whenever the store is closed, and the store was actually closed on this fine morning, for good reason. Mostly because, well, reasons, yeah. But I don't really like to talk about my partner's circumstances, honestly, because that's his private affair, and I don't feel the need to get into too much detail. But there's that. Right now he's at the store, he's taking care of all of the nonsense, talking with the police and stuff. But since we kind of have to restore everything to, you know, a state where we can actually open up on Monday and doing business again, that's going to be a pain in the ass. And we have to kind of make sure that the insurance company has no problems with doing that. Because otherwise we're not going to get any money. And that would be a bit of a ruinous state, to put it mildly. And for some reason, I always love this, you know? You pay your insurance company. We haven't been late in even one payment of all the years. And still, when it comes time, when the one time in a few years comes when they're actually supposed to be paying us some money, they will bitch and moan about it like no one. Pain. Which is why I'm going to call them and be like, okay, are you okay with us cleaning up, or do you want to come over before it? Do you want us to let everything sit like this? Because if that is the case, then you will actually have to pay us for the time when we actually have to close just for you.
I welcome your return.
Yeah. Yeah. It is basically like this. It basically in insurance is nothing else than doing a bit of betting. Basically, you put money in, like, okay, if nothing happens, that money is yours. If something happens, I get money. A pretty damn easy bet if you think about it. I don't know why they make it so much more complicated than it needs to be. Oh, I killed the Lord Admiral M.
So, the puffed up little charlatan is gone for good.
Indeed.
Well done. But halfway is half done, my friend. There are 2 more members of the Firebrand's old crew that need your special attention.
Actually, only one because I killed Catherine.
I hope Catherine put on a good show for you before the end.
Can't remember much, so probably not.
There's just the 1 crew member left now.
Okay. How does it look? Anything else we need to worry about? Not really. Part to the west of Kara Reef in the Kangati Islands. Well, I guess we could check that out. I think there's one island I avoided because there's danger on it. But let's look at it on the map and see if that's actually something we can do. I do like it. Side questing is very important in games like this. It needs to keep you occupied and be interesting enough. If you feel of adventure. Adventure, lots of it. Moving forward again. But yeah. Even if it's a pain in the ass, I do recommend, well, you know, if any of you at some point want to start your own business and you have a physical store somewhere, or even just a warehouse where you store your goods before sending them, do get insurance. It is a pain to deal with them, a real pain to deal with them. That's how I've reverse it. When worst comes to worst, that is. Here's the Vakara Reef. West of the Vakara Reef, was it? Yes. There. And the Kangati Islands. Okay. Let's call the Kangati Islands. Some of these islands are probably called the Kangati Islands. I don't know. What does it count? Jungle on the ancient. I mean, you can just check it out. I mean, most of those we should have been at already. They don't mean Port Maget, obviously. Yes, Fort Deadlight here, but they're probably not talking about Fort Deadlight. Yeah, the Steel Breacher. Mad Wizard, bro. Yeah, definitely an island I was on already. That naming sense is impeccable. Pretty good way to identify islands you have been already. The naming. Tells me everything I need to know. Yeah, this is basically moving south of it now. Oh no, actually those are called the Kangati Islands. Okay, makes it a lot easier. Yeah, no. I'm that high leveled and this is still considered, you know, absolute dangerous. Absolute murderous. Absolute in many absolute ways. Even Nemnock the Devourer would be easier to deal with at this point. Which means we have basically done all of the side quests we can do, basically, which probably means it's as good as any time to move back to Nikotaka and finally meet the Queen. Sort of the main quest that we have you now kind of skipped out on for quite a long while. Boop. I do kinda still have a few spots here, so I could pick up a few more crew members at some point. Yeah. It's not. Oh, you know, if I actually meet one, you can hire crew, basically. Basically standard NPCs, you know, created at random, but I do like to pick up the ones I do find on quest center-like. Seems a lot more witty. I guess, for the moment, sailing back, selling some shit so we have some money, and maybe actually buying those pretty high-priced hull upgrades would be neat, I'd say. And it's main quest time, isn't it? What do I do? Yes, I do have a message I need to read. Yeah, but first selling things. A bit of a status update, basically, I'm assuming. It's going to wait there. Supplies. Refill the ship supplies. Now then, go by what's it worth and start selling shit off. Raboom, 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 da-doom, da-doom, da-doom. Actually should get a nice amount of money out of this. Because we do still have a rather nice collection of things that we have picked up. Yes, Kitty, you will get your little snack soon. Screaming at me in the background like, "Rap. To snack time yet?" See, I don't actually need any clocks around me because I just need to wait for the kitty to scream at me and I know precisely how late it is in the day. Works pretty damn well. He also, in the worst case scenario, works quite a bit like an alarm clock, so, you know, in case your batteries fail you at some point. Don't worry, the kitty will wake you. And if you dare to, you know, consider staying in bed when it is feeding time, he will make absolutely sure that that is not an option. He's pretty good at it. I will have to give him that much. Come on. One more. Kitty alarm system. I might should sell that. Maybe you can actually train kitties to do that. Then again, I think he is just acting in his own, you know, selfishness. Most definitively even. Because it's like, more food. Oh, he sometimes gets a bit early if he's screaming. Mostly when he thinks he has a chance. Do we have anything armor-wise? We do have a few more armors that we can sell. I do like to keep at least 2 around, just in case I want to re-equip someone new. Because usually they come along with a okay set of things, but as you can imagine, okay is not really good for the sort of adventure we usually do. You can't really crawl, you know. The next best absolutely poisonous swamp of just your basic bitch equipment. Nope. It's I mean, you can technically speaking. It would probably kill you, but nobody say you couldn't. Cute thing, you, and 2 of you. And 3 of you. Also, you know, many of those are just... They exist for style reasons, basically. Yeah, I think that should be everything. Let's trade that in, and then let's see here. We can afford it now. That is good. That's more health, that's more travel speed, that's more combat speed. And we can absolutely afford that. It will mean that we're going to be quite poor for a while, but honestly, a bit of a worthwhile sacrifice if you ask me. Noted, where are my upgrades? There you are. Boom. Also means I have something to sell, because, you know, I don't really need that hull anymore. Sales of Barra, do I want to sell those? Considering where they're coming from, yes, I most definitively want to sell those. Harris and me, we don't really get along any longer. Well, we didn't from the start, basically, but you know. Now what I'm thinking of is actually making these... one-sided like this, because then we have the same reload. I mean, they take a long time to reload those 6 turns. That's a long time. And I do usually fire from my port side. I mean, I guess I can do a turn around. That takes 2 turns with this big ship. I mean, my combat speed is high now. Does combat speed actually affect that? You know, still turn 2. Okay. I have to keep that in mind when I actually fight with my boat again. Now, give me a second while I actually read my little message. Yeah, I kind of figured as much. Well then, I guess then I will not actually have the time to go for more main quests. A distant roar reaches you from across the water, raising the hair on the back of your neck. That's alive. Have yourself a look at that. It's a goddamn dragon. Okay. Massive winged reptile sweeps over the cocksucker, throwing the deck into shadow, setting the sails to billow in snap. Not my new sails! Do you know what those cost? King Dragon. Look alive, nor look dead. Lads and lasses. Fill the sails! Ready the powder for wetting. Now Dragon bangs in the distance, cutting a line across the horizon. You can just make out the figure of a rider upon its back. Well, that's great. Going like, I could use a dragon mount myself. I mean, you know, I quite literally could use one myself. Your crew trembles across the deck. As the beast approaches loose, the rank stops above the cocksucker, wind from its wings buffeting you. His rider appears down imperiously. She dismounts, stepping from the dragon's back and into thin air. Well, that's great. There is gonna be magic. Ooh. Also, please don't, you know, fight me. I would like to keep my ship intact. It's just been upgraded. I would really get annoyed.
Watcher of Cadnua, if I might have a moment of your time.
Oh great, it's you, bitch. I haven't seen you in a while. Wait a second. Didn't I kill you and your dragon? I'm pretty sure I did kill you and your dragon. Though our form is different from when you last met. You recognize the striking figure before you as the Archmage, Lengraf. Just wave like, hello again! Do we want to get killed again? No, let's go with the insulting one. You were taller the last time I saw you.
The wheel has a way of shaving off a few inches.
Ah, hopefully not where it matters.
I seek a truant member of the Circle of Archmagi, Maura.
That's so.
She sent rather cryptic word that she'd found something of cataclysmic potential in the Black Isles. Something that could aid you in the fight against Eothas.
Okay. Since when were you on my side, though? Let me remind you, last time we met, I killed you.
You've had few dealings with the Circle of Archmagi in the past. Nonetheless, we know you pursue Eothas.
And it's mostly because the Circle of Archmagi, apparently, you know, are not really grand at inviting people. And the few members I have encountered so far, if you are one of them, have been rather busy, you know, trying to murder me. Well, wait, who's Maura?
A Huana wizard, and a member of the Circle of Archmagi.
Aha.
She specializes in magic involving tentacles. It's a niche field.
Let me get this into context then. A female mage found an interest in tentacle magic. Why am I not surprised actually at this point? Oh right. Don't worry, according to my personal law of you, he also specialized quite heavily in, you know, use of tentacles on poor unsuspecting females. Well, why would I want to help you? There's a 700-foot tall problem that needs my attention.
I'd have thought self-preservation and the lure of knowledge would be enough to entice the famous Watcher.
Technically, yes, if there's money to be made, I'm more than interested.
But if not, perhaps Maura is correct. Maybe there is something to the south that can be turned against Aothas. What if you can turn the tide?
Well, if I can find the time, I'll look into it.
Don't take your time deciding.
Bitch, please, you're asking me a fucking favor here. Please give me time to think about it.
Maura's drive is frightening, foolhardy, and her love of the Deadfire uncompromising. If she's found some method of stopping Aothas, we must make sure she doesn't destroy Aora in an attempt to save her archipelago.
Ah, that's typical short-sightedness of the mortal races, isn't it? It's like, you know, you wanna murder an annoying, buzzing fly by firing an atomic bomb at your own house. Sure, the fly is gonna be dead, but your house is gonna be gone too, and the neighborhood. And depending on what size and what particular atomic weapon we're talking about, probably more than just the neighborhood too.
I will await you in the Black Isles, a volcanic chain in the southeastern sea, due south of Tikawara. Don't tarry over long, Watcher.
I'm pretty sure we already were there, though. I'm just gonna point it out. As Lingra's steps from the railing, a dragon sweeps beneath her, catching her up. That dragon must be swimming, because I don't think my actual railing is that high. The whole dragon would fit under it. So how would it work? Assuming that that thing has wings on both sides, and it would need to, you know, move along my ship to catch her in midair, that wing should rip right into my ship. Physics say you're cheating. But well, game system says you're not. I don't know much about it, I guess. Oh, a great reptile's wings dig into the air, and it rapidly recedes towards the horizon. Lingra seated steadily on its back. But technically speaking, the whole idea of a dragon rider is absolutely ludicrous, because, you know, that dragon is going to move forward at quite a high speed, obviously. You should get, you know, blown off pretty damn easily. No, I mean, the whole idea of a dragon is pretty damn ridiculous, because that thing is heavy as fuck. How the literal fuck would that thing even fly? Even with, you know, great and mighty wings. Well, the answer, of course, is magic, but meh. Looks you, ready to judge a course when you are, Captain. Well, that's neat of you to say. I guess I picked up another side quest in a way that I was not actually expecting. Quite literally not expecting. In this case, it quite literally flew on me. Oh well, I guess. Where the fuck, it's supposed to be a quest? Well, if it's supposed to be a quest, I don't really see it. So I guess we could probably just put that up under the normal one. Okay, so let's go up the Periki Silverlook and set foot into the Serpent's Crown for the first time. The last area we have not yet explored. And yeah. Well, it seems like there are a few things I need to take care of soonish. I hate it when my gaming gets interrupted by that. Because mostly, it's not just good things. Actually, it reminds me, we could level up, couldn't we? Oh yeah, we could. Kind of forgotten that it's actually an option. We're once again at the point where we get even stronger. That's of course a good thing. A very good thing. Now then. The bling. Intimidate, right. Few more athletics, because, well, why not? My dear lady is rather strong at this point, I'll give her that much. Providence. The paladins don't have enough zeal available to pay Providence cost. The zeal is consumed and the paladin is revived a few seconds later. Number of times and power can be used before resting. That would be cool. Healing chain, I don't know. I'm more of a secondary tank, honestly, than a support healer, basically. That roll, however, I'm pretty damn good. Yeah, that one. It sounds neat, but standing still. I don't really know how standing still actually counts. If swinging my sword would be considered not standing still, I'd be fucked. Kinda interested. But those two seem to be rather neat, I'd say. Oh, and we get another weapon proficiency. I know kinda have already all the weapons I wanted to have, though. Are there any more actual swords? Yes, there's a saber. Battle axe, flail. I guess the warhammer. A bit of a rarity, honestly, but sure. Let's take the warhammer. Level you up. What do you gain, little fighter? Of course, the Great Soul, that is good. And the fighter has a small chance to gain discipline each time they are critically hit. They refer to repel the most savage blows, causing a percentage of all incoming critical hits to be converted to hits. That's good. As a result, turn your strength into a state of pure focused discipline, granting all first-tier inspirations for a short time. Jesus Christ. That's cool. Okay, first critical defense is nice. I am a fan of passive effects though. Just stick enough passive effects on you and you're basically becoming a bloody fucking immortal. What about you? I guess access would be good. Yeah, let's take that. Yeah, real shooty. Usual, of course, also. What do we get? End of Heal and Woe. The priest calls for the Beam of Light. It heals allies and burns enemies caught in the ray. Which is basically just, you know, this spell, the iconic projection, just as a 8-tier spell. I'm digging that. I do like that spell though. As for equipment... Is there anything... I mean, I guess I could teach you to use a bigger shield, but... not really using them. Mostly using the crossbows. The heavy variety even. And I guess, you know, the club. I do want to spread my preferences out a bit. I know they don't have that much of an effect compared to the classical D&D system. It's not really that useful, comparatively speaking. There's not a requirement for actually using a weapon efficiently. But still, you know, I do like to spread it out a bit so that my people don't all use the same few weapons, especially if those are in better form found rather rarely. Inside. Oh, I saw you. I realized once again you have very little in the way of actual good spells. By saving power from enemy sounds, the Cypher is able to slow them down and increase their own action speed. Using an assault to create blades. It's Mind Web. I would like to give him some sort of direct hit nonsense again. Yeah, Mind Plague sounds good. Everything that basically only really targets enemies would be very much appreciated. And I guess I can give you the Arquebus, but that's two-handed, isn't it? Arquebus. Yeah, that's basically just a rifle. Okay, is there anything else that would seem fitting? I guess the saber wouldn't be bad, and I don't think I have that many people who actually use the rapier. Arcana or metaphysics. Yes, yes, yes. And you also will get the Great Soul. Ah, the Freezing Rake. That's another one of those spells. That is really nice, but if you let the air handle it, it's going to hit all of your friends in a very bad way. You don't really want that. Yeah. That's neat. That's kinda cute. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. As for weapons, you're basically gonna use magic weapons anyway. I don't know what. you too take the club, because I think quarterstaff would also fall in that category. That seems rather fitting for a mage. Now then, before we continue this, sadly enough, I think this is where we have to end it. I will have to meet you at you for the moment. Thanks very much for dropping by, of course, that has been highly appreciated. I would like to play at least, you know, an hour or so more, but I don't really think I can let real life wait that much longer for me. I do apologize for that, but sadly this particular nonsense is far beyond my control at this point. Now then, let's take another look. As for the easily nameable ones, we have the Chunky Boy dropping by. Being good. Oh, and he also, of course, tipped us €3. Isn't he nice? Yeah. We'll give him a round of applause for that. Totally not encouraging anybody to do this. Give me all your monies. Now, jokes aside, thank you very much, and I do appreciate it, mind you. And next on the list we have the little C3. Also, you know, dropping by, feeling rather well on this fine weekend. That is very good for him, I'd say. And apart from that, we have no one I can easily identify. For the rest, the more lurking kind of people. My kind of people, because I'm usually in that camp too, to be completely fair. Do feel appreciated too. And pat yourself on the shoulder for finding, well, this particular nonsense. That's such an achievement all of its own. Well, goodbye to you too, little C3. And anything else? Yeah, I did kind of plan to do a well, somewhat longer Elden Ring stream somewhere today, before the, you know, Star Ocean on this fine evening. I don't think I'll be able to do that, so I do apologize for that, but I'll probably be gone for quite a long while. A bit of a forewarning. This evening we are going to play Star Ocean as is usual for Saturday entertainment, of course. I might actually be a bit late, depending on how long everything takes. Basically how long the cleanup and other communication takes. So it will happen, mind you. It could just be that I might be, you know, like an hour later or so. I will try to actually remember posting that wherever I can, which is mostly just the Discord, isn't it? But yeah, so if you're interested in that particular time schedule, you can drop by if you want. I'll try to remember when I can actually foresee when I'm done with things. Real life is such a bitch sometimes. Actually, that's a great start into the year, I'd say. But well, what I can change, I shall not complain about overly much. It doesn't really help the process. So yeah, there's that. Once again, thanks for dropping by, and see you soon-ish, as in this evening, if you so desire. Otherwise, as usual, I'll be around, well, at least once a day. Can pretty much count on that if nothing comes in my way, which sadly does sometimes happen, but I do kinda try to, you know, give you the time that we have missed in full. A bit later though. Well then, I think that's everything. Yes, yeah. Before I get even more calls, you know, like the living shit out of me, I say bye bye for the moment.